Crazy, my ex-girlfriend's mom came to set me up on a blind date. My mom is about to marry into a rich family, Yang, let's break up. I'm going to be a young lady of a wealthy family soon, and you're no longer good enough for me. Jiang Miaomiao, relying on her mother's wealth, coldly dumped Yang. Yang was puzzled. Did fate really not want him to live like an ordinary person? After running away from home for 3 years, Yang, dumped because he was poor, finally had an epiphany. Why not spend his father's money while he still could? Rather than just being an ordinary person, why not be a spendthrift? And his first blind date turned out to be his ex-girlfriend's mother. Chapter 1, My girlfriend's mom wants to set me up on a blind date. In the Magic City, Yang, a third-year university student, was currently going through a breakup. Yang, let's break up. My mom is about to marry into a rich family, and the groom is the only son of the richest man in the capital. And I will soon become a wealthy young lady. Jiang Miaomiao spoke coldly, and with a flick of her tongue, she unilaterally ended her relationship with Yang. Yes, I know. The only son. That's me. I am your future stepdad. Yang thought to himself. Gucci, LV, Hermes, Porsche, you can't afford any of these. I'm really tired of this poor and pathetic life. If you're tired of it, go buy it yourself. What are you telling me for? When I go to the capital, if you dare to pester me, I'll have my rich stepdad break your legs. Am I going to break my own legs? Yang was confused. Jiang Miaomiao was the campus belle, and also Yang's girlfriend for half a year. During their relationship, Jiang Miaomiao claimed that her mom had given birth to her when she was just 16. Though Jiang Miaomiao was already a college student now, her mom was only 34, still in her prime. They often walked down the street together, and people often mistook them for sisters. Relying on your mom's wealth, you no longer deserve me. After saying this, Jiang Miaomiao turned and left without a second glance. A mere boyfriend of 6 months couldn't compare to a life in a rich family. She didn't hesitate for even a moment. After Jiang Miaomiao left, Yang wasn't the least bit upset about being dumped. Instead, he smiled. Because Yang had crossed over. He had traveled back from 2 years in the future. In the future, Yang died at the age of 22 due to congenital heart disease. In his final moments, his father, obsessed with family, feng shui, and fortune, forced him into a ghost marriage with a woman who was supposed to bring prosperity to their family. That woman was Jiang Miaomiao's 34-year-old mother. But even now, Yang still didn't know what she looked like or her name. In his past life, Yang was heartbroken after being dumped by Jiang Miaomiao. But this time, he was filled with excitement and the joy of being reborn. He took out his phone and dialed a number. Xian, I've been dumped. Oh my god. Who is the blind fool who dared to dump my brother? Is she a fairy or something? On the other end of the line, Yang's younger sister, Ruxian, was shocked. She thinks I'm poor, that I don't have a Porsche, and that I can't afford LV, Gucci, or Hermes. Yang lit a cigarette and squatted by the road. Thinks you're poor? This woman must be crazy. Ruxian was amazed. 3 years ago, just before their mother passed away, Yang had a huge argument with his father and decided to sever ties with his family. He left home and came to the Magic City to study, going from a top-tier rich kid to a penniless loser. Xian, I've had enough of this poor life. From now on, I'm going to live like a rich second generation, spending money like it's water. In the future, Yang never returned to the Su family before his death. As a result, his father's huge fortune was never spent and ended up buried with him. TCH, you finally came to your senses. My old man's money is there to be spent, and if you don't spend it, your big sister, second sister, and third sister will spend it for you. Yang's sisters were born from his father's affairs with mistresses. Apart from being fixated on the family money, they didn't care about anything else. From now on, I'm going to splurge, live carefree, and blow all of my father's money. After crossing over again, Yang had finally figured it out. Since his father wasn't kind, he couldn't expect fairness from him. A ghost marriage, such a vile thing, it was unbelievable that his father could go so far. This time, he wasn't going to let his father's money go to waste. If he didn't spend it all, it would be an insult to himself. Alright, but I've got a good piece of news for you. Ruxian spoke mysteriously. Good news. Su Yang mumbled. Father wants to set you up on a blind date. According to the master, your astrological compatibility with this person is perfect. After you marry, it will change the fate of the Su family. Su Yang thought it was nothing important. He already knew about this from his previous life. TCH, astrology and feng shui. Does he really believe in this stuff? I think my dad has been blinded by the pig fat. Su Yang spat disdainfully. Xian, I'm broke right now. Lend me some money so I can live it up tonight. Su Yang said, after all, he had been poor for 3 years, and now, with just a few $100 to his name, he needed help. How much do you need? Is 100 enough? That's enough, more than enough. After hanging up the phone, Su Yang took a taxi and headed straight for the most luxurious bar street in the Magic City. Tonight, he planned to get drunk and return to his old, carefree self, a spendthrift rich kid. Alipay received 1 million yuan. As soon as Su Yang got into the car, the money from his little sister arrived. MAS bar. One of the busiest bars in the Magic City. Countless handsome men and beautiful women filled the place. There were second-generation rich kids from all over the country, as well as gold-digging women looking to make a fortune. Inside the bar, the smoke-filled atmosphere and booming music began to loosen Su Yang's mood. He casually found a seat in a booth. Not long after, a sexy waitress walked over, wearing a micro-skirt barely 3 fingers wide, exposing almost half her butt, looking incredibly seductive. Sir, this seat might not be suitable for you. You'd be better off sitting at a regular table. The booths in the bar generally had a minimum consumption, and the waitress quickly sized up Su Yang. She could tell he was probably a penniless guy. Why isn't he suitable? Do only people with golden asses get to sit here? Su Yang's tone was unfriendly. Why was he being treated like this just for wanting a drink? Sir, if you're here to cause trouble, I'll have to call security. This booth has a minimum consumption of 50,000 yuan. If you can afford it, I'll take off my pants and let you get a free night. The waitress arrogantly added, thinking she was talking to some poor beggar. 50,000? That's nothing compared to what I used to spend in the capital. What's there to be proud of? 3 sets of Royal AS, 3 bottles of Louis XIII. If I don't finish them, I'll use them to wash my feet. Su Yang leaned back in his chair, speaking in a provocative tone. You poor bastard, are you trying to pick a fight? Do you even know how much that wine costs? The waitress didn't believe for a second that this shabby-looking student could afford nearly 400,000 yuan worth of liquor. Heh! Su Yang sneered. Just as the security guards were about to step forward, Su Yang pulled out his phone and showed them the balance, 1 million yuan. Scan the code. Boom tilde. A thunderclap echoed across the entire Magic City. System detected, host perfectly matches the rebellious sun system. The world's #1 rebellious sun system successfully bound. Chapter 2, The Rebellious Sun System. Is this going to turn me into a rebellious sun? The rebellious sun system. What on earth is this ridiculous thing? Heaven and earth, I alone rebel. The strongest rebellious sun, with vast powers, eternal glory, and infinite arrogance. Rebel against family, seize the family fortune, rewrite the family tree. Rebel against the country, what the nation dares not do, I will do what the nation dares not kill, I will kill what the nation dares not declare war on, I will declare national hatred and family grievances are not over yet, the war drums beat and blood boils, those who offend me will see their country fall and their lineage erased. Wow! So arrogant and so insane, I love it. Su Yang's lips curled into a smile. It seemed that this rebellious sun system was exactly to his liking. Family rebellious sun primary requirement, womanizer, many sons and grandsons. Discovered high cold campus goddess, Shu Qing. Hint, if Shu Qing willingly offers herself within 24 hours, the host will receive a brand new heart. A brand new heart. Su Yang was shocked. Does this mean I don't have to die anymore? Hearing the system's words, it felt like Su Yang saw a glimmer of hope in the darkness. Shu Qing's current admiration level for you, 100. Note, Shu Qing's admiration level for you fluctuates between 100 and 90. The higher the admiration level, the greater the chance of success. Admiration level of 100 is considered a success. Difficulty, 1 star. Shu Qing. Seems like I've never had any real interaction with her. Why is her admiration level fluctuating like bungee jumping? Su Yang was puzzled. Xu Qing, a junior from Su Yang's university. She stood at 1.7 meters tall, with legs as long as a Model S, each leg a meter long. Her legs were more beautiful than any popular female star S. Even Jiang Miaomiao had once been jealous of them. Xu Qing was the campus goddess of the foreign language department. She was also the president of the combat club. A high-cold goddess. She had countless suitors. But she was born with a face that screamed abstinence. Her expression was as cold as the north during winter, always giving off a "don't come near me" vibe. Any guy who pursued Xu Qing had been rejected without exception. She didn't even spare them a second glance. Although Xu Qing came from a wealthy family, her life was incredibly simple. Most of the time, she either studied or spent her time in the dojo training. Although Su Yang had been the previous president of the combat club, they had exchanged fewer than 10 words. Logically, Xu Qing's favorability towards Su Yang should have been zero. "Young master, are you all right?" Seeing Su Yang lost in thought, the waitress who had been arrogant just a moment ago immediately put on a flattering smile. It had to be said, money really did buy smiles. "Young master, I apologize for my rudeness. Would you like me to join you for a drink later? I can even stay with you for free tonight tilde. The beautiful waitress sat beside him, speaking in a flirty tone. She even took Su Yang's right hand and placed it on her soft, fair thigh. "Oh. Your expression changed pretty quickly. But still, I'd appreciate it if you'd kindly move a little further away." Su Yang didn't take this minor scene to heart at all. HMPH. Seeing that Su Yang, the rich second generation, was clearly not interested, the waitress reluctantly left. A few minutes later, 24 young, beautiful female bartenders lined up in a row, holding colorful, sparkling bottles of liquor. They shouted Su Yang's name and made a round of the inner circle of the bar. On the big screen, subtitles flashed, thanking Su Yang and welcoming him to the bar. At that moment, in MAS, Su Yang had become the center of attention. All the women's gazes grew increasingly passionate. All the men threw envious, jealous looks at him, wishing they could replace him. At this moment, on the other side of the bar, Xu Qing, standing at 1.7 meters, dressed in a white tank top and black stockings, with a model-like figure, stood out among the crowd. Her figure was especially eye-catching. She had originally planned to stay home and train for an upcoming competition. But she couldn't resist her friend's persuasion for her best friend's birthday, and the recent pressure had been mounting. So, Xu Qing, along with a few female friends, came to the bar for the first time. But when she saw their name on the screen, she furrowed her brows. Su Yang, could it be him? Xu Qing scanned the area and quickly spotted Su Yang in the booth. It really is him. Xu Qing's expression was a bit surprised. "Qing, do you know him?" her best friend asked curiously. "He was the previous president of our combat club." Xu Qing clenched her teeth and said coldly. It seemed like there was some deep animosity between the two of them. "It's him. The Su Yang who dominated the world championships and only had one defeat in his entire career. During Su Yang's time as the president of the combat club, Xu Qing was just a small member. At that time, Su Yang single-handedly led Fudan University, which had been ranked at the bottom, to almost become the world's number one. And the only defeat Su Yang ever faced was when he mysteriously disappeared during the final match. He missed the last game of the championship. That's him. If it weren't for him running away, we would have been champions by now. While saying this, it seemed Xu Qing forgot one thing. If it weren't for Su Yang, Fudan University might not have even qualified for the competition. "Qing, so what if it's the world number one? As long as I'm here, I'll make sure your wish comes true next year." What a worthless Su Yang, he has nothing to worry about. A tall, fair-skinned man, Zhao Fei, patted Xu Qing's shoulder and said. Zhao Fei was a new member of the club. His reason for joining was purely driven by lust, as he had become infatuated with Xu Qing's beauty. Tonight, Zhao Fei had originally come to the bar alone to pick up women. But by chance, he ran into Xu Qing, who was there with her friends. So, shamelessly, he stayed around them, ignoring their clear opposition. "Don't touch me, and please call me by my full name. Zhao Fei, even though you're talented, you're nowhere near Su Yang's level." Xu Qing impatiently brushed off Zhao Fei's hand. We just happened to bump into him, so I'll ask him myself why he ran away back then. Having had a few drinks, Xu Qing, feeling the effects of the alcohol, walked angrily toward Su Yang. Before Su Yang could even say a word, Xu Qing spoke up. Su Yang, do you remember me? Chapter 3, Since you don't want your finger, I'll break it. Xu Qing, of course, I remember you. If I'm not mistaken, you joined the club last year, and you were very dedicated and talented. Su Yang thought for a moment and spoke. Although Xu Qing rarely spoke, such a beautiful girl was hard to ignore, and people couldn't help but take a second glance. Ding! Xu Qing's affection for you has increased to 40. The system's voice suddenly appeared. What the hell? I just said 2 sentences, and her affection goes from 100 to 40. Could it be that Xu Qing is captivated by my handsome looks? Su Yang was stunned. He had no idea what was happening. Xu Qing, you seem to have gotten even more beautiful. Since the system's task was to win over Xu Qing, there was no avoiding such cheesy compliments. Ding! Xu Qing's affection for you has decreased to 50. Damn it. What just happened? Complimenting her caused her affection to drop instead. Looking at Xu Qing's expression turning cold, Su Yang was completely speechless. What Su Yang didn't know was that Xu Qing's feelings for him were more about admiration than romantic attraction. Although she resented Su Yang for backing out of the finals, which cost the club the championship, Su Yang's dominating presence in the arena had already planted a seed in her heart. Su Yang, you owe me an explanation. Xu Qing slammed down her drink. It seemed like she was trying to gather her courage. Explanation? I don't think I've done anything to you. Misunderstanding her intentions, Su Yang asked, confused. Why did you just disappear before the finals? You know that if we had won that last match, we would have been world champions. Xu Qing's eyes began to redden. Her cold, proud eyes actually started to shimmer with tears. This little thing? I thought something big happened. Su Yang relaxed, taking a sip of his champagne, worth 88,888 yuan. Little thing? How could you think it's a little thing? Do you know how important that championship was to me? Xu Qing shouted, her face flushed red with anger. It was a complete reversal of her usual icy image. Xu Qing's affection for you has decreased to 99. This affection meter, like bungee jumping, really gave Su Yang a rush. I had food poisoning the day before the final. Seeing Xu Qing's affection drop again, Su Yang hurriedly explained. That's the reason. Xu Qing was stunned. Over the past year, she had imagined countless reasons. Maybe Su Yang was bribed, maybe he was threatened. Or maybe he feared their opponent's strength, so he ran away. But she never expected the truth to be so simple. I remember our opponent was weak. I really didn't think you would lose. After that match, didn't I resign from the president position? Su Yang said, puzzled. The opponent wasn't that strong, so how did they end up losing? Weak. The opponent was the strongest college student from Eagle Country, known as the King of Karate, a professional player with 300 career wins and no losses. Xu Qing was shocked. The world's #1 karate champion was nothing to Su Yang? He's weak. I've watched his matches. If I went all out, I could end it in 10 moves. Su Yang wasn't lying. Having been trained by his grandfather since he was young, he was no ordinary person. Su Yang, can you promise me one thing? Xu Qing thought for a moment, then said seriously. You don't want me to join the club again, do you? I'll be graduating in a year. When Xu Qing joined the combat club, Su Yang had done it just for fun. Now, returning to the club wasn't something he was keen on. This year's opponents are even stronger than last year. Without you, we don't stand a chance of winning. Can you come back and represent the club in the global tournament? If you agree, I will fulfill any request of yours. At this moment, Xu Qing's heart was racing in her chest. She was terrified Su Yang would reject her. Ding! Xu Qing's affection for you has fluctuated to 32. Xu Qing's affection for you has fluctuated to 36. Xu Qing's affection for you has fluctuated to 10. Xu Qing's affection for you has fluctuated to 86. Xu Qing's affection for you has fluctuated to 43. Xu Qing's affection for you has fluctuated to 91. In Xu Qing's mind, countless possible outcomes ran through her head. Some were good, some were bad, and some were utterly ridiculous. That's why her affection level kept changing. I agree, is that good enough? I'll join the club tomorrow. For a new heart. And to complete the system's mission. Su Yang had no choice but to agree to this task. Especially with Xu Qing's promise of, I will fulfill any request of yours. Su Yang simply couldn't refuse. Ding! Xu Qing's affection for you has increased to 99. Just one step away from 100, dear rebellious son, make sure you cherish this rare opportunity tonight. One step away, could it be? Looking at Xu Qing's flawless long legs and her cold, beautiful face, Su Yang instantly understood. As Su Yang fantasized about what might happen, a happy Xu Qing, under the influence of alcohol, suddenly threw her arms around him. Thank you, Xu Qing said, crying as she spoke. This scene stunned Xu Qing's friends. The Ice Queen actually threw herself into someone else's arms. It was as if the world was ending. Since Xu Qing entered university, she had countless admirers. At least 800, if not 1,000. Although she had many suitors, Xu Qing had never even looked at any of them properly, let alone hugged one of them. Among those suitors, Zhao Fei was furious. He had been lusting after Xu Qing's long legs for a long time. Tonight, he had finally worked up the nerve to go to the bar with Xu Qing and her friends. He had planned to get her drunk and then. But now, a nobody had intercepted his chance. And jealousy boiled inside him. He wanted to tear Su Yang apart. Qing, we don't need this guy at all. Even without this coward, I can lead the club to win first place in the global competition. Zhao Fei, filled with rage, stormed up to Su Yang. Pointing at him, he yelled, take your hand off, if you dare point at me again, I'll break it. Having already pulled Xu Qing into his arms, Su Yang coldly stared at Zhao Fei. At this crucial moment, someone was daring enough to cause trouble? Su Yang's anger was just as intense as Zhao Fei's. Since you don't want it, I'll break it for you. Su Yang instantly swung his hand, gripping Zhao Fei's finger. In full view of everyone, he gently twisted it and broke it off. Chapter 4, Checking into Peace Hotel. R tilde tilde. A scream, like that of a pig being slaughtered, suddenly rang out. Zhao Fei's finger was bent at a 90-degree angle, twisted by Su Yang with force. You son of a bitch, let go. It hurts like hell. Zhao Fei yelled in agony, unable to bear the pain. Kneel. Su Yang gently exerted more pressure, and Zhao Fei immediately collapsed to the ground on his knees. Su Yang, what the hell are you doing? He's one of the club's aces this year. The competition starts in a week. Xu Qing, panicked, tugged at Su Yang's sleeve. Now that I'm back, I don't need any so-called ace players. Su Yang narrowed his eyes into a straight line and spoke arrogantly. His grandfather had once taught him. If someone dares to point at you, break their finger. If they continue to talk back, slap them until their mouth is swollen. If they still refuse to submit, keep hitting until they do. Su Yang, do you know who I am? You dare do this to me? I'll kill you. Though Zhao Fei's finger was in excruciating pain, he still had the guts to threaten. Slap him. Following his grandfather's teachings, Su Yang didn't hesitate. He swung his hand and slapped Zhao Fei across the face. Smack. The sound of the slap was so loud it drowned out the bar's music. Zhao Fei's fair face immediately swelled up, and a blooded front tooth flew out of his mouth. I'll kill you. Zhao Fei's speech became garbled as he covered his face, roaring impotently. Another slap. Su Yang slapped him again without hesitation. Smack, smack, smack. After 3 slaps, Zhao Fei became obedient, or rather, he was probably too swollen to speak. Su Yang, he's already a mess. Just let him go. If you keep hitting him, someone might die. Seeing Su Yang's violent side for the first time, Xu Qing spoke nervously. Su Yang released Zhao Fei's finger and sat back down on the couch, resuming his drinking. Su Yang, just wait. After a few venomous words, Zhao Fei, holding his swollen face, quickly fled the MAS bar. This kid's tougher than I thought. Su Yang chuckled. Su Yang, Zhao Fei's background isn't simple. You've really gotten yourself into big trouble. Xu Qing, still worried, said. However, her concern wasn't for Su Yang's safety. What really worried her was whether Su Yang's actions would affect the upcoming competition. What is there to be afraid of? Everyone sit down, let us drink. Tonight, all the drinks are on me, Su Yang. Su Yang smiled. Then he called several other female friends of Xu Qing. These people looked at each other. After hesitating for a while, he chose to sit down. After all, it would be a waste if he didn't drink their wine worth more than 400,000 yuan. After 3 rounds of drinking. Except for Su Yang, the reincarnation of the god of wine. Everyone was a little drunk. Su Yang, our Qingqing always mentions your name on weekdays. Do you think she likes you? Definitely likes you. I have never seen Qingqing care so much about a boy. The few people who gradually became familiar with each other joked with each other. Don't talk nonsense. Xu Qing's face was flushed. I don't know if it was because she drank too much or was shy. Looking at these people talking left and right. Su Yang didn't say anything. Dating? Why do you want to date? Isn't it good to be happy and free for a lifetime? It was past 1 o'clock in the morning. Su Yang was a little dizzy from drinking. Not to mention others. Xu Qing had already collapsed in Su Yang's arms and fell asleep. Su Yang, you are a great person. You are handsome, good at fighting, and rich. We are very relieved to leave Qingqing to you. After saying this, Xu Qing's friends dazedly took a taxi and left MAS first. Is this a godsend? After taking a deep breath, Su Yang stopped a taxi. Master, Peace Hotel. The Peace Hotel is located in the most prosperous Bund core area of Shanghai. The most luxurious Sarsoon presidential suite. On weekdays, it costs 99,999 yuan a night. It is even more expensive during the peak season. In the past, Su Yang would choose to stay here every time he came to Shanghai. Because it is already 2 o'clock in the middle of the night. There are not many people in the hotel lobby. Open a Sarsoon presidential suite. Su Yang said to the front desk while holding the drunk Xu Qing. Sarsoon presidential suite. Are you sure? The receptionist at the front desk asked in disbelief. She didn't think Su Yang looked like a rich man. Yes, Sarsoon presidential suite. Su Yang repeated impatiently. Sir, please show us your ID cards. Su Yang was stunned after hearing this. Not only did he not bring his ID card, he didn't even know if Xu Qing brought it. I forgot to bring my ID card. I used to stay here often, and the system should still have records. Su Yang said helplessly. Sir, I've seen a lot of people like you. Rich people don't pretend like this. Turning left, 5 kilometers away, there's a small hotel that costs 100 yuan a night. They may not want your ID card. The receptionist said contemptuously. Since she joined the Peace Hotel. After serving many rich people. She felt that her status had also risen. She had left the class of ordinary people. Har har, the service of Peace Hotel is so bad. Su Yang was very disappointed. A hotel with a long history like Peace Hotel. This kind of problem should never happen. Poor guy, why do you pretend if you don't have money? You can't come to such a high-end place, right? This receptionist didn't know where she got the courage from. She actually said such words to Su Yang. It was as if she was the owner of Peace Hotel. Are you Mr. Su? Just then. Another receptionist next to him seemed to recognize Su Yang and asked politely. Do you know me? Su Yang asked back in confusion. My name is Xiao Sunday. I received you when you moved in here before. After hearing what the other party said, Su Yang also remembered. When he moved into Peace Hotel before. It seems that there was such a receptionist who worked hard and had a super good service attitude. Mr. Su, please wait a moment. You used to be the VVIP of the hotel. I can help you check in soon. Hearing this, the receptionist who had just provoked Su Yang panicked instantly. Those who can afford to stay in the Sarsoon presidential suite must be either rich or noble. Not to mention being offended, it is considered good luck to be able to curry favor with him on weekdays. Mr. Su, please wait a moment, I will check you in. Xiao Sun, go and do something else first, you are not needed here. Relying on his thick skin and seniority. This person actually planned to send Xiao Sun away and please Su Yang himself. Did I ask you to do it? Su Yang said unceremoniously. Xiao-sun, I will leave the check into you. Also, tell manager Sichu tomorrow that you have been promoted to supervisor, and say that Su Yang from the Su family said so. As for you, you can get out after your last shift today. After Su Yang finished this sentence, he hugged Xu Qing and went to the Xiao-sun presidential suite on the top floor. Chapter 5. Su Yang gets a brand new heart. The Xiao-sun presidential suite is located on the top floor of the Peace Hotel. It is different from ordinary rooms. The Xiao-sun suite is more than 300 square meters. The bathroom alone is larger than the living room of an ordinary family. And the degree of luxury is unimaginable. Swipe the card and open the door. Enter the bedroom. Put Xu Qing on the bed. Su Yang did this set of actions in one go. There was no drag at all. It must be said that girls who exercise for a long time have really good figures. Xu Qing has no fat on her body. A pair of long legs full of elasticity. Although she is a top second-generation rich. But such a peerless and cold beauty is lying in front of him. Su Yang's breathing became rapid. Just like this. Will the favorability increase while she is unconscious? Why not wait until she wakes up? Looking at the drunken and sleeping Xu Qing, Su Yang hesitated a little. Ding. Detected that Nazi's mood fluctuated greatly. The system determined that Nazi might be worried about his kidneys. The system gave him a free pill, super concentrated Liu Wei de Wang pill. Friendly reminder, Xu Qing's admiration for you is 99, just one step away. Complete in 24 hours, you will get a brand new heart, and there are 18 hours left. I have to say that the service of Nazi's system is quite considerate. Not only did it prompt the progress of the task, even things like super concentrated Liu Wei de Wang pill were given for free. Slander, I sue you for slander. My 2 kidneys are indestructible, I don't need this stuff at all. Although Su Yang said indignantly. But the hand holding the super concentrated Liu Wei de Wang pill moved closer to his mouth involuntarily. Fuck. It's a waste if you don't eat it, Su Yang was impulsive. Directly threw the pill the size of a red date into his mouth. Super concentrated is indeed super concentrated. In less than a second, Su Yang felt his whole body was extremely hot. A hot current flowed out from his stomach, first rushing to his forehead. Then it kept flowing along his body. Blood and energy surged out instantly. Fuck. What the hell is Rihania pill? Isn't this just Chun medicine? I'm not going to explode and die, am I? For doses of concentrated Liu Wei de Wang pills were swallowed in one gulp. It seemed a bit too much. Su Yang felt that his body temperature was at least 39 degrees. If he didn't cool down, his internal organs might not be able to withstand the high temperature. Without saying anything, Su Yang was so hot that he took off all his clothes. Then, he rushed into the bathroom without looking back. Turn on the cold water to the maximum. After taking a cold shower for 15 minutes. Although Su Yang's body temperature only dropped a little. But it wasn't so uncomfortable. Except for a certain place that was still standing tall. Wrapping a towel around her waist, she walked out of the bathroom. Su Yang found that Xu Qing had already lain in the quilt. She covered her mouth with the quilt. She stared at Su Yang with her big, blurry eyes. All the clothes she was wearing were thrown on the ground. She even put a pair of pink panties in the most conspicuous place. Did you just eat Brother Wei? Xu Qing spoke with a bang. That's hangover medicine. I'm in good health and don't need that kind of thing at all. Su Yang's mouth was as hard as diamond at this moment. Har har, are you not good enough? Xu Qing pouted. This sentence was like a nuclear bomb detonated in the desert. Men. Even if they are insulted, trampled, and whipped, they can endure it. But the only thing they can't do is to be told that they can't do it by women. After Xu Qing finished speaking, she pulled the quilt up. A pair of small, white and tender slender jade feet were revealed. And a pair of beautiful legs that make men drool and women jealous. At this moment, no words are needed. If Su Yang doesn't make a move, he is not a man. As for why Xu Qing suddenly became proactive, this kind of question doesn't need to be considered at this moment. If he hesitates any longer, that would be against the woman's will. Su Yang pulled open the towel around his waist. He hugged the beauty on the bed and kissed her. Feet, long legs, thin waist. Su Yang, be gentle, I'm afraid of pain. It was the first time for Xu Qing, and she said to Su Yang with a shy face. Hi. 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 The foreplay should be sufficient. The middle play should be fierce. The afterplay should be memorable. With the blessing of super concentrated Liu Wei de Wang pills. Su Yang turned into a small electric motor. Love value, 99.1. Love value, 99.2. Love value, 99.99. I don't know how long it took. It was already dawn. The battlefield was in a mess. Xu Qing had no strength left, and she nestled in Su Yang's arms, letting him play with her body. Su Yang, you can't run away this time, you must help me win the championship. Xu Qing used her slender fingers to draw circles on Su Yang's chest muscles. Although Su Yang had promised Xu Qing last night that he would participate in the competition. But Xu Qing was still worried. So she took advantage of a little bit of alcohol and used her body as a bargaining chip. Let Su Yang participate in the competition. As for whether she had feelings for Su Yang, this was not important in Xu Qing's heart. Don't worry, Su Yang said confidently. Then he kissed Xu Qing lightly on her lips. Although I was very curious about why Xu Qing was obsessed with the karate competition. But Su Yang didn't ask much. Ding. System prompt, Xu Qing's admiration for you has reached 100. System reward, a brand new heart. Note, their host's congenital heart disease has been completely cured. Extra reward, a Douyin internet celebrity account with 5 million fans that will never be blocked. Get the value of the reverse child, 100. The reverse child value can be used to purchase the reverse child blind box, which is divided into low-level blind boxes, intermediate blind boxes, and high-level blind boxes. The types of blind boxes are divided into item blind boxes, ability blind boxes, attribute blind boxes, information blind boxes, and mysterious blind boxes. Note, you cannot actively choose the type of blind box, the system will send it randomly. Note, the mysterious blind box is a rare blind box with a probability of only 1%. Feeling his strong heartbeat, Su Yang finally confirmed at this moment that he was really recovered. A feeling of crying with joy came over me instantly. It's better to be alive. Su Yang, what's wrong with you? Xu Qing looked at Su Yang, who was a little dazed, and asked worriedly. It's okay, it's just that it feels again. Su Yang smiled cunningly. Look down. Hate it. 3 more hours passed. The two finally fell asleep exhausted. This sleep lasted until the sun went down. 7 o'clock in the evening. Su Yang supported Xu Qing, who had difficulty walking. Slowly left the hotel. Had a taxi and arrived at the school soon. Because tomorrow is Monday. Xu Qing must go back to the dormitory tonight. What's more, Xu Qing's body couldn't stand Su Yang's destruction. Son of a bitch, you two really went to get a room. As soon as the two arrived at the bottom of Xu Qing's dormitory building, they saw Zhao Fei with his head wrapped like a zongzi. 7 or 8 social people surrounded them. Xu Qing, you slut, you usually pretend to be pure and noble, but after just one night, you were seduced by someone. Chapter 6: The Son and the Father. Looking at Zhao Fei, he looked like a clown. Su Yang was full of disdain. Do you still want to be beaten? Su Yang just glared at him. The strong aura scared Zhao Fei. However, Zhao Fei changed his mind and thought that he had brought so many people with him this time, so what was there to be afraid of? Su Yang, don't be so arrogant. In Fudan University, no one dares to say no when I say one thing. Do you think you are a good fighter? What's the point of being able to fight? Look at how many people we have. The people I called today are all masters. If I don't break your J8 and beat your mouth to pieces today, I will not be named Zhao today. Zhao Fei said arrogantly. Su Yang laughed when he heard this. After a night of fun, and with his heart healed, Su Yang was in a good mood at this time. These little idiots were just a feast for the eyes. Since he is going to be a rebellious son, how can he not be arrogant and domineering? Har har. Zhao Fei. You are really an experience package delivered to my door. Su Yang took out his mobile phone and turned on the recording function. Qing, help me record it later. Su Yang said to Xu Qing. Su Yang, Zhao Fei's father has some background, why don't we just forget it? Xu Qing was anxious. In her eyes, although Su Yang is very powerful. But facing so many people, even Su Yang may not be a match. Don't worry, these guys are not even warm-ups. After Su Yang finished speaking, he rolled up his sleeves and walked towards the other group of people. Smack this guy's mouth for me, and then I will torture him to death. Shu Qing, you slut, don't be so proud. After dealing with this bastard, it will be your turn. It doesn't matter who I accompany, I will let you serve me well tonight. Zhao Fei's words were vulgar. However, he also knew that Su Yang had a brilliant record in the past. So the people he brought this time were all masters. Among them were retired free fighting champions, the coaches of the boxing gym and Muay Thai masters. This lineup. Zhao Fei didn't believe it. Su Yang alone could fight 7 people. The fighters surrounded Su Yang in the middle. Step by step, they approached him. Try to find Su Yang's flaws and then kill him with one blow. Even Shu Qing on the side was a little worried. But facing 7 people, Su Yang was not panicked at all. His eyes gradually narrowed into a straight line. This habit was his imitation of his grandfather's movements. From childhood to adulthood, Su Yang had fought as many fights as he had eaten. Even the children of the military circle in Shanjing. All were taught a lesson by him. Turning palms into fists. Under circumstances that no one expected. Su Yang took the lead. Like a tiger entering a flock of sheep. These so-called masters were instantly dispersed. One breath. One of them had his ribs broken by Su Yang and lost his fighting ability. The rest of them saw that their opponent was no ordinary person. They joined forces and attacked Su Yang. But only 1 minute later, Su Yang ended the fight. He wiped the blood on his face. 1 against 7. It was still a kill. This terrifying strength frightened Zhao Fei. Impossible, absolutely impossible. Zhao Fei collapsed on the ground in fear. And the students around. At first, they were worried that Su Yang would be beaten. Now they all cheered for Su Yang excitedly. It's your turn. Su Yang raised his mouth. Don't come over. My father is the vice president of the school. If you dare to hurt me, you will definitely not be able to bear the consequences. Zhao Fei threatened weakly. School director. Su Yang didn't take a mere vice president of the school seriously at all. Suddenly, Su Yang stepped on Zhao Fei's ankle without any warning. Under the impact of the huge force, the bones of Zhao Fei's ankle instantly turned into slag. Zhao Fei was wailing in pain. Cold sweat broke out on his swollen head. His right ankle had completely collapsed. It was as if it was crushed by a steamroller. Broken bones and rotten meat flowed all over the ground with blood. Such a cruel method. The students who were watching the excitement all moved back, fearing that Su Yang would accidentally hurt the crowd in his killing spree. It hurts. It hurts so much. Su Yang, wait for me, I will let my dad kill you. Zhao Fei was finally scared. He regretted it. But he didn't regret going against Su Yang. He regretted not calling more people. HMPH. Another step. Zhao Fei's other foot also turned into a pile of mud. This cruel scene. Even Shu Qing, who was holding a cell phone, felt scared. Zhao Fei's screams resounded throughout the entire Fudan University. Su Yang, I'm sorry, I was wrong. I shouldn't have thought about Shu Qing and shouldn't have troubled you. Just treat me like a fart. Looking at the 2 feet that turned into meat paste, Zhao Fei gave in. Cried and begged for Su Yang's forgiveness. It's too late. Su Yang's grandfather once said, to show mercy to the enemy is to put yourself in another danger. Su Yang kicked twice. He crushed Zhao Fei's hands directly. Then he kicked Zhao Fei between his legs. Instantly, a stream of red blood flowed down his pants. 12-level pain. Let Zhao Fei's cry spread throughout the entire Fudan. From now on, don't even mention Shu Qing. Even if a group of celestial beings stripped naked and stood in front of Zhao Fei, he would not have any reaction. Just then, suddenly, a middle-aged man with a big belly rushed into the crowd. Xiao Fei, what's wrong with you? The man shouted while swinging his fat beer belly and ran over here. Who beat you like this? The man was Zhao Fei's father, Zhao Peng, the school director. Zhao Fei was in so much pain that he couldn't even speak. He raised his hand weakly. After pointing at Su Yang, he fainted completely. You? I'm going to call the police to arrest you, put you in jail, and have the school expel you. Zhao Peng gritted his teeth for a long time and actually said such a pale threat. This surprised Su Yang. And Zhao Peng forgot that it was Zhao Fei who brought people to provoke Su Yang first. Zhao Peng is different from his son Zhao Fei. He is surprisingly timid. By flattering and currying favor with leaders, he licked the ass for half his life. He finally got the position of school director. If he hadn't happened to pass by and heard his son's screams, Zhao Peng would usually stay away from such fights, for fear of accidentally hurting himself. Director Zhao, it was Zhao Fei who brought people to cause trouble first. Hearing that Su Yang was going to be expelled, Xu Qing stood up immediately. If Su Yang was expelled, don't even win the world competition. I'm afraid he will lose the qualification to play. HMPH. I only saw that my son was almost beaten to death by you. I'll call the police now and arrest all of you. Then I'll deal with you one by one. Zhao Peng said as he took out his mobile phone. Chapter 7. What can you do to me? Old man, don't you want to be a school director anymore? Su Yang's words stunned Zhao Peng. A young man in his early 20s dared to talk like that. You have to know the position of vice director. How many asses did he lick before he got it? Boy, first of all, we are in a society ruled by law now. You hit my son, so you can't hit me again, otherwise it will be aggravated. Secondly, who do you think you are? I am a director, how can you say I am not qualified? Zhao Peng pointed at Su Yang's nose and cursed while retreating. Put your finger down, or I will break it. Su Yang was speechless. Why do both father and son like to point at people? But it's different from Zhao Fei. After hearing this, Zhao Peng immediately retracted his hand. The main point is to listen to advice. Su Yang, admit your mistake to Director Zhao quickly, we can't be expelled. Xu Qing pulled the corner of Su Yang's clothes and said in a low voice. Qingqing, I wanted to ask you before, how come you, a girl, are so obsessed with the first place in the karate competition? Su Yang was curious about this from the beginning. But he never had the chance to ask. I can't tell you now. Xu Qing's expression suddenly became lonely. It seemed that she thought of some bad memories. Although Su Yang didn't know what kind of past Xu Qing had. But since the other party didn't say, he didn't bother to ask further. Don't worry, it's just a small championship, it can be easily obtained. After Su Yang finished speaking, he took out his mobile phone and dialed a number. Hey RR, you are my baby. The feeling of missing you is faintly playing tricks on me. Baby. Still so coquettish. Su Yang frowned when he heard this ringtone. After a few seconds, the call was connected. Brother Yang, you finally called me. A hurried voice came from the other end of the phone. From the sound, it seems that the other side is busy doing exercise. Hurry up, I have something to talk to you about. Su Yang said unhappily. How come this guy is still the same as 3 years ago? 9 times out of 10 calls, the situation is the same. Wait a minute, baby, let's hurry up, my boss is looking for me. After more than 10 seconds. Brother Yang, it's been 3 years, do you know how I've been doing these 3 years? Don't talk nonsense, I see that your life is as comfortable as ever. Two different things. A woman wants to sleep, and Brother Yang also wants to think about it. The person on the other end of the phone is Su Yang's childhood friend. Liu Bo, a child of the Shanjing military region compound. Since Liu Bo was stepped on the ground by Su Yang when he was a child and was repeatedly ravaged several times, he has become Su Yang's best buddy. I seem to remember that your brother-in-law is from the Ministry of Education. He needs your help with something. What's wrong, Brother Yang? Are you going to enter the education industry? No, it's just that a blind guy wants to fire me. Fuck, who is blind, is it the principal of Fudan? I'll ask my brother-in-law to remove him from his position. Liu Bo roared. Even Zhao Peng, who was standing next to him, heard it clearly. He was still wondering in his heart. Who is this guy? Why is he so arrogant? Can the principal of Fudan be removed from his position just by saying so? No, he's just a small director named Zhao Peng. Understood, wait for me for 5 minutes, you can do whatever you want if you can't handle it. Liu Bo hung up the phone after saying that. Don't pretend, kid, do you think I will believe you if you put on a show? Zhao Peng didn't believe at all that a little kid could actually know someone from the Ministry of Education. And even if he knew someone, it is not easy to do something as important as dismissal. Shut up and wait. After seeing Su Yang's unfriendly eyes, Zhao Peng picked up the phone and quietly put it back in his pocket. Just wait. 5 minutes later, let's see what you can do. It was less than 3 minutes. Zhao Peng's phone suddenly rang. Mayor. Zhao Peng was stunned for a moment, then answered the call. Others had no way of knowing the content of the subsequent call. But Zhao Peng nodded and phoned from the beginning. Later, he was sweating and his face was pale. He didn't dare to say a word. Mayor, don't worry, even if you fire my son, I dare not fire Mr. Su. After saying this, Zhao Peng hung up the phone. Then he rubbed his hands and smiled flatteringly. Mr. Su, I'm sorry for offending you just now. I hope you can forgive me. Zhao Peng's change of attitude made everyone dumbfounded. Everyone knows the students of Fudan. Although Zhao Peng is a coward, he is very narrow-minded. And he is extremely doting on his son. Seeing that Zhao Fei can only move around in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. Not only did Zhao Peng not retaliate, he even apologized to the murderer who beat his son. Get out of here. Since the matter has been resolved, Su Yang is too lazy to talk nonsense. He just shook his hand, meaning Zhao Peng to get out of here quickly. Mr. Su, do you think I need to set up a table to apologize, and then let this rebellious son kowtow to you? Between the future, money and his son. Zhao Peng decisively abandoned his son. Get out. Damn, how can there be such a shameless person in this world? Eat. How bored must Su Yang be to choose to eat at the same table with someone like Zhao Peng? Seeing that Su Yang seemed a little angry, Zhao Peng was so scared that he ran away. His agile figure was totally inconsistent with his fat body. He didn't even have time to care about Zhao Fei who fainted. After the matter was resolved, Xu Qing was in a low mood. She said hello to Su Yang and turned back to the dormitory. Although she had sex with Xu Qing, but Su Yang didn't think they were lovers. It's the same sentence. Life is short, why bother with love? Besides, Xu Qing's goal was very clear. She just wanted to rely on herself to make the club win the global championship. Although I don't know the reason. But it's not difficult for Su Yang to win a championship. Beep, beep, beep. I picked up the phone and saw that it was Liu Bo calling. Brother Yang, how did I do? Also, in 3 days, this Zhao Peng will disappear from the Magic City. Liu Bo asked diligently as if he was asking for credit. Not bad. Su Yang was very pleased with Liu Bo's understanding. Brother Yang, you have disappeared for 3 years. Isn't it time to come back? Liu Bo continued to ask. I will go back to Beijing on the weekend, and the brothers will get together then. It has been 3 years since I went back to Beijing. Now I have recovered. Su Yang should go back. Okay, I won't come back until I am drunk. Hang up the phone. Su Yang was too lazy to go back to the dormitory. Anyway, the money given by my younger sister has not been spent. Just find a hotel at random. After a day of tossing with Xu Qing, Su Yang was already very sleepy. After uploading the video with the Douyin account with 5 million fans, Su Yang fell asleep. This sleep lasted for 12 hours. I didn't wake up until noon the next day. Turn on the phone. Look at the more than 70 missed calls from my younger sister Su Ruxian. Tens of thousands of private messages in TK. Su Yang fell into deep thought. Chapter 8 Brother, take it easy after you get married. Xian, what's wrong? Su Yang called his little sister back. Brother, go check out today's hot topics. You've become an internet celebrity. Fighting in public at Fudan University, and 1 vs 7, and finally breaking someone's feet. You're too aggressive, aren't you? Su Yang's video has become the top hot topic on Douyin today. The number of likes alone is as high as 4 million. The number of comments is countless. Even the number of fans has soared by 2 million. Now there are more than 7 million fans. Of course. Most netizens are accusing Su Yang of being too cruel. Demand to expose Su Yang online. Some people are impressed by Su Yang's martial arts. Some even want to become his apprentice. I posted the video and the account is mine. Su Rushian didn't know that the person who posted the video was Su Yang. Brother, when did you have so many fans? Lend me your account, I want to be an internet celebrity too. Su Rushian was instantly interested after hearing this. Okay, it's all small stuff. Su Yang agreed. By the way, I heard that your blind date seems to have a daughter who is about your age, and she's a beautiful girl. A 34-year-old charming young woman, plus an 18-year-old beautiful daughter. Brother, take it easy after you get married r. Su Rushian's sudden words. Su Yang, who was drinking water, almost choked. To ease the embarrassment, Su Yang chatted briefly with his younger sister for a few words. Then he hung up the phone. He opened Douyin. Su Yang almost laughed himself to death while flipping through the comments and private messages from netizens. Human flesh, we must find this guy, this is simply murder. Too arrogant, beating someone to a cripple, and still posting Douyin, this is simply unscrupulous and inhumane. Why doesn't the owner of the account just die? A college student with a bright future was just ruined like this. If I were the owner of the account, I would die. Damn, it's really unfair to have 7 million fans just by fighting. Brothers, everyone report it and let the owner of the account give up the idea of becoming an internet celebrity. Comments like this occupy about 90% of the comment area. The remaining 9%. It's just some fascinated little girls who are courting. The last 1%. It's some boring guys who want to become apprentices. Har har, block the account, don't you know my account won't be blocked? Su Yang smiled disdainfully. He then posted a more provocative video. And then accompanied it with arrogant background music. The general content is, what can you do to me? If you don't accept it, report it and let me ban my account. The latest video was posted less than a minute ago. 150,000 likes, 30,000 comments, 40,000 reposts. The angry netizens clicked the report button to pieces. But Su Yang's account is still strong. Ding! Successfully angered millions of netizens and won the title of Internet Arrogance Expert. Reward, 100 points. Current points, 200, can be exchanged for 2 low-level system blind boxes. Since the points are enough, why not try what can be opened in this blind box first? Exchange for 2 low-level blind boxes. As Su Yang's voice fell, 2 boxes emitting white light suddenly appeared in front of him. System prompts, this blind box is, item blind box and information blind box, no rare mystery blind box was obtained. Do you want to open the blind box? Open it. Su Yang said without hesitation. Item blind box, an imperial green jade necklace. The system had just finished speaking. An exquisite jade necklace appeared out of thin air in Su Yang's hand. Imperial green? The best of jade. An average imperial green bracelet can be sold for millions. If it is of good quality, it is not a problem to sell it for tens of millions or even hundreds of millions. Although Su Yang does not understand jade. But the necklace in his hand is obviously much larger than the bracelet. As for the price, Su Yang really doesn't know. But according to preliminary estimates, it will not be less than 50 million. 100 points for this thing. In Su Yang's eyes, things that can be bought with money are not rare things. What's more, he has no interest in jade. He casually threw the necklace worth more than 50 million aside. Su Yang continued to open another blind box. Information blind box, a piece of information about the rebellious son himself. The rebellious son's congenital heart disease is caused by the fact that his mother was poisoned during pregnancy. What? After hearing this news, Su Yang was struck by lightning. I thought he was just unlucky and had congenital heart disease. But he never expected that. All this was because his mother was poisoned during pregnancy. Who? Who did it? Su Yang murmured angrily. Could it be that my father's mistresses wanted to let the elder sisters take the position? Su Yang said angrily. When he thought of being buried in the cold soil in his previous life, Su Yang just wanted to kill the poisoner. After a long time. Ding. Shu Qing suddenly sent a WeChat message. Su Yang, come to the karate club at 3 o'clock this afternoon to go through the procedures for joining the club. Shu Qing's words were very brief. It didn't look like they had just had an intimate relationship. Qing, I'm in the hotel. Why don't you come over? How about we go together this afternoon? Su Yang, who had recovered from his shock, was in the mood again. Although Xu Qing was usually cold and icy, she always looked like she didn't want anyone to get close to her. But I have to say that this woman is really a top-notch one. Especially her perfect long legs and small, white and tender feet. Coupled with her cold expression. In bed, a man's desire to conquer her instantly reaches its peak. I'm not going. You can come by yourself this afternoon. These 9 words surprised Su Yang a little. Sure enough, this woman only has the champion in her eyes. He sighed. Looking at the time, there were still more than 4 hours before 3 o'clock. Since it is a rebellious system, how can I be a good rebellious son? Su Yang lay on the bed with his hands behind his head. Staring at the ceiling, he kept thinking about this question. When he was in Beijing, Su Yang doesn't do anything except fight, drink, race, and spend money. It seems that he has never done anything unfilial. Racing. By the way, if you want to be an unfilial son, how can you not have a cool luxury car? Pick up the phone. Su Yang found the phone number of his father Su Jiangwo from the address book. Dad, you arranged a ghost marriage for me in the last life, you have to spend some money today. Su Yang smiled cunningly. Chapter 9. When buying a car, I met a big star. Xiao Yang? You finally called me. I'm sorry about what happened back then, but your mother and I have no feelings for each other for a long time, you really can't blame me. Su Yang's father, although a playboy and irresponsible guy to his wife. But he is very generous to his children. At least he is never stingy in terms of finances. Under normal circumstances, Su Jiangwo gives his 5 children as much as they want. Especially Su Yang. Because of congenital heart disease. Can only live to his 20s. So from childhood to adulthood. Su Yang's request, Su Jiangwo almost never refuses. Don't talk nonsense, send money. Su Yang is too lazy to talk nonsense with Su Jiangwo. After all, for this guy who only has family business in his eyes, Su Yang doesn't want to give him a good face. I haven't been home for 3 years, and you ask for money. Su Jiangwo on the other end of the phone muttered softly. It's inconvenient for me to transfer large amounts, is one enough? Although he was very unhappy with Su Yang's attitude, Su Jiangwo still didn't refuse. Hurry up, I'm useful. Xiao Yang, there is something I want to tell you, I found a very good girl for you, come back to see her when you are free these days. Girl? 34 years old. Divorced. The daughter is Su Yang's ex-girlfriend. How did Su Jiangwo say this? Okay, I'll go back this weekend and see you then. But don't tell the other party anything about me yet. If you do, you're dead. Su Yang didn't want Jiang Miaomiao to know his identity yet. After all, it wouldn't be fun. After that, Su Yang hung up the phone directly. After taking a shower and getting dressed. SMS reminder, received a bank transfer of 100 million yuan from. Su Jiangwo's money has also arrived, it's time to go buy a car. After leaving the hotel, Su Yang took a taxi and came to the largest Ferrari 4S store in Shanghai. Ferrari. The aristocrat among sports cars. Red Lightning is the dream of every man. Sir, this store does not accept visitors. Before entering the door of the 4S store, Su Yang was stopped by a beautiful sales lady. Just like the waiters at the MAS bar and the receptionists at the Peace Hotel. These beautiful beauties always thought that after serving the rich, they had become upper-class people. Just a glance at Su Yang's clothes, they can unilaterally determine that Su Yang is not worthy of their service. Are all the people in the Magic City this kind of dog-eyed and low-key? Su Yang pushed the beautiful saleswoman away and walked straight inside. Security, security, someone is killed, someone is making trouble here. The saleswoman shouted at the top of her voice. There was no charming and flattering attitude when receiving rich people. After being shouted by the female saleswoman, the security guards rushed over instantly and surrounded Su Yang. Treat these blind guys. Su Yang wanted to teach them a lesson, but was afraid of delaying the afternoon's work. Just when Su Yang was about to repeat the old trick and let these guys check the balance, a charming voice suddenly came from behind. Har har, you guys may not be able to beat him. Su Yang looked back. I saw a man wearing sunglasses, a sexy hip skirt and black stockings. The beautiful woman with a curvy figure said with a smile. Beside her, there was a man with silver hair who looked familiar. But I didn't know where I had seen him before. It was just that the expression of this young man always made it feel like someone owed him money. He was so arrogant that he said 2.58 million yuan. Hello, Mr. CAI, hello, madam, we will drive this guy away immediately. The bad car buying experience brought to you is the fault of our Ferrari 4S store. I hope you can forgive me. The salesperson bowed and apologized quickly. He also winked at the security guards and asked them to drive Su Yang away quickly. Forget it, I said you are no match for this handsome guy. The woman wearing sunglasses waved her hand and motioned for them to leave. Can't you hear what Sister Yarn said? Get out of here. The arrogant guy named CAI cursed at the salesperson and the security guard. The salesperson knew that the two men and women in front of him were big customers and must not be offended. So he could only move aside in shame. Hello, Mr. Su Yang. The beautiful lady surnamed Yang extended a hand to Su Yang. How do you know my name? Su Yang wondered if the two had met in Beijing that year. Mr. Su, you are a big celebrity on the internet now, so I naturally know you. So that's how it is. After the woman finished speaking, Su Yang understood. But he didn't expect it. It's just a fight video. He was so popular on the internet. Sister Yan, you don't need to be so polite to this guy, right? Isn't he just a little internet celebrity? The man's surname CAI had a very unfriendly tone. It seemed that he had some opinion about Su Yang. CAI Kunkan, shut up, Mr. Su is the person my company likes. The woman called Sister Yarn scolded dissatisfiedly. CAI Kunkan. This name is so familiar. CAI Kunkan, CAI Kunkan. Fuck. Su Yang suddenly remembered, isn't this the popular traffic star CAI Kunkan? At Fudan University, at least 90% of the girls are obsessed with him. So he is a big star. No wonder he is so arrogant. But who is this person called Sister Yang? Su Yang has never been very concerned about the entertainment industry. I can't remember anyone with the surname Yang in the entertainment industry. But what Su Yang cares more about is what Sister Yang said just now. What company is it that the company is interested in? What do they like about me? Su Yang wondered in his heart. Su Yang, are you here to buy a car? Sister Yang pulled Su Yang up. In full view of the public, they walked towards the Ferrari 4S store. TSK, a little internet celebrity who just became popular today, is also worthy of driving a Ferrari. CAI Kunkan said disdainfully. If you don't come here to buy a car, are you here to sing, dance, rap, or play basketball? One sentence. Su Yang directly punctured CAI Kunkan's lung tube. Chapter 10. It's just a LaFerrari. You actually think I can't afford it? You, who do you think you are? How dare you say that to me? Because of a magical promotional video. CAI Kunkan, singing, dancing, rap, playing basketball. It has become a good story on the internet. It has become an internet legend. Even though it has been 2.5 years. But as long as CAI Kunkan hears someone mention this, he will still run away on the spot. What's wrong? Big Star's lungs exploded. Su Yang's mouth is famous for being poisonous. No one who can get the upper hand from him has appeared so far. Since becoming a top star. When has CAI Kunkan ever been so angry? In an instant. CAI Kunkan only felt a blockage in his chest. Even his breathing was a little difficult. He quickly grabbed his chest and tried to calm his breathing. Why are you holding your chest? Breast hyperplasia. Another killer. CAI Kunkan was so angry that he almost vomited blood. Okay, for my sake, Brother Su, please forgive Kunkan. Sister Yarn smiled and quickly tried to smooth things over. Mr. Su, are you interested in that car? Or are you just here to take a look? Although Sister Yarn also felt that a newly popular internet celebrity could not afford a Ferrari. But she still asked out of politeness. In Ferrari's 4S store, there are many sports cars that make men crazy and women pay for them. High-powered engines and perfect car lines. Wild but romantic. The cheapest sports car in the exhibition hall costs more than 3 million. After a rough glance, Su Yang found that most of the models here were available at home. As early as 3 years ago, Su Yang drove a Ferrari around every street in Shanjing. These cars are very ordinary. Although Su Yang was telling the truth. But in Sister Yang's eyes, she thought that Su Yang was just trying to cover up the embarrassment of not being able to afford it. HMPH, why are you pretending? The cheapest car here costs more than 3 million yuan. How can you afford it? Cai Kunken, who had recovered a little, taunted. What if I can afford that one? Su Yang pointed to the most conspicuous red Ferrari in the exhibition hall and said, La Ferrari? V12 engine, 6.2 liters displacement, limited to 499 units worldwide. Do you know how much this car costs? Cai Kunken laughed. It seemed like he had heard a joke. It's just a little money. If I can afford it, how about you run naked for me today? Su Yang pretended to know nothing and said, La Ferrari costs more than 40 million yuan. If you can afford it, I will run naked. If you can't afford it, you kneel down and call me grandpa today. Cai Kunken said confidently. Even Sister Yang, who was helping Su Yang, felt that Su Yang was a little too ostentatious at this time. You should know that the Ferrari La Ferrari is not only expensive and limited in quantity worldwide. The conditions for its sale are extremely harsh. First of all, the user must be an old customer of Ferrari. There must be at least 2 limited edition Ferraris under his name. Or 5 regular models. The buyer's net worth must be more than 10 million. Just these requirements. In the eyes of Cai Kunken and Sister Yang, it is simply not something that Su Yang, a little internet celebrity, can afford. Okay, let's bet. If you don't run out naked today, I'll break your teeth. Su Yang was secretly happy. Such a fool came to the door, and if he didn't ravage him today, he would be unworthy of the title of rebellious son. Sales, is there any sales? I want to buy a car. Su Yang shouted, while walking towards the La Ferrari booth. Although the sales in the store thought that Su Yang was just bragging. But because of Sister Yang's face, he still walked over. Sir, this La Ferrari is the most expensive car in our store. Why don't you go and look at something else? The salesperson asked politely, holding back his anger. No, just this one. I'll drive away in a moment. Su Yang said with great pride. Sir, we need to verify the capital first. Capital verification. Why haven't I heard of capital verification when I bought a car before? Su Yang really didn't know about this kind of thing. Because when he was in Beijing, the boss always served tea and water in person. For Su Yang's family background, how could the bosses in Beijing say such stupid things as capital verification? Poor guy, do you think you are buying a garbage car worth hundreds of thousands? This is a noble Ferrari. Cai Kunken had just finished speaking. Su Yang opened the mobile banking and showed the balance. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions, tens of millions. Looking at the pile of zeros in the bank balance, the salesperson's eyes were as big as their headlights. I can't even speak. This move not only made Cai Kunken speechless. Even Sister Yang found it incredible. How could a newly popular internet celebrity have so much money? Boy, don't be complacent. Do you think you can buy La Ferrari just by having money? You are a stinking upstart. You must be qualified. Although Su Yang's balance really scared Cai Kunken. But when he thought of the harsh conditions for buying La Ferrari, Cai Kunken immediately stopped panicking. Member name Su Yang, member number 2121212. Su Yang calmly said his Ferrari member number. Sir, please wait. It didn't seem like Su Yang was lying. I looked down on Su Yang's sales before, and immediately took out my mobile phone. I checked the authenticity of Su Yang's membership. It doesn't matter if I don't check it. Once I checked it, it was like a thunderbolt. Su Yang had 12 Ferraris under his name. There were 5 limited editions. Mr. Su, I'm really sorry. You are a permanent member of Ferrari. Please forgive our impolite behavior. The salesperson quickly bent down and apologized for her impulsive behavior. She didn't expect that a poor guy who looked like he had less than 400 yuan on him was so rich. A trace of cold sweat flowed down his forehead, and the salesperson was afraid that this great man would hate him. Seeing this scene, Cai Kunken was stunned. He still didn't believe that the poor guy in front of him was a permanent member of Ferrari. You know, even Cai Kunken himself was just an ordinary member. Since he revealed his identity, the salesperson immediately brought a few people to the VIP room. Su Yang, I didn't expect you to be so rich. Sister Yang said after smoothing out her fluctuating emotions. I thought Su Yang was just a popular little internet celebrity. Who knew the other party was so powerful? I just took the money from my family and spent it casually. 12 Ferraris, worth at least hundreds of millions. Just took it and spent it casually. Su Yang's casual words once again made the two speechless. Su Yang, I want to ask you for a favor, I hope you can agree. Sister Yang took off her sunglasses while speaking, revealing her true face. You are, Yang am I. After seeing Sister Yang's appearance, it was Su Yang's turn to be stunned. Yang am I. The most popular female star in Longwa. Also the youngest actress. Whether it is appearance, figure, acting skills, or temperament, she is a top presence in the entire entertainment industry. Although she is only 28 years old. But the film and television works she starred in have won many awards and are all hits. And Yang Mi starred in Legend of Sword and Fairy 3. It is also one of Su Yang's favorite TV series. Su Yang, my company has encountered a very difficult problem, I hope you can help. As long as you are willing to help, I can agree to any request. Yang Mi said seriously. Ding. System prompt, Su family's rebellious son, a playboy. Famous movie star of Longwa detected, Yang Mi. A scandal with a big star that shocked the entertainment industry can make the rebellious son's name even more famous. Adoration value of 100 is considered completed. Difficulty coefficient, 5 stars. Chapter 11. The leading actor in Yang Mi's new film. Oh my god, he is rumored to be a boyfriend and girlfriend with the big star Yang Mi. And it has caused a sensation in the entertainment industry. Is he going to take nude photos? Damn. Su Yang was stunned. You know, Yang Mi is the hottest star in Longwa. She has tens of millions of fans. She has countless suitors. And Yang Mi herself is not just a star now. She has also opened her own film and television entertainment company. She has produced several hit works in a row. And Cai Kunken is one of the top male artists under her company. No wonder these two people came to buy a car together. Mr. Su. Seeing that Su Yang was a little dazed, Yang Mi asked hurriedly. Sister Mi, what do you think you can do for me? Su Yang was a little curious. He was just an ordinary second-generation rich man. What can he do to help? I'm preparing a movie, it's a fantasy theme, and it's also a cross-species love war movie. But last night, when we were shooting the first martial arts scene, the leading actor fell off his horse and died, causing the filming progress to be temporarily suspended. If it's convenient for Mr. Su, I want you to play the leading actor. This movie is called The Master of Shushan vs. the Alien Species on Mars. It tells the story of the end of the lore era. The Martian creatures suddenly mutated and attempted to conquer the blue planet. The protagonist is a handsome man. And he is also the youngest master of Shushan. The general content of the story is that the male protagonist led the Blue Star monks. Defeated the Martian army with laser guns. Finally, he and the female protagonist Panda Spirit had a love affair that was infuriating to both humans and gods. This movie cost Yang Mi all his wealth. Even signing a bet agreement with Capital. But he never expected it. On the first day of shooting, the male protagonist died. When Yang Mi was at a loss, she happened to see Su Yang's douyin. Su Yang is not only handsome, but also good at fighting and popular on the internet. After some consideration, Yang Mi made a bold decision. That is to use a newcomer to complete the next filming. Sister Yang, didn't you agree to let me be the male lead? Just this kid, why did he take my role away? Hearing that Yang Mi wanted Su Yang to be the male lead, Cai Kunken on the side was instantly upset. Just you? Can you ride a horse? Do you know Kung Fu? If the Capital didn't let you perform, you wouldn't even be qualified to be the male second. Yang Mi, who had been unhappy with Cai Kunken for a long time, shouted mercilessly. Although Cai Kunken is a male artist under Yang Mi. But his popularity is too high, which led to the Capital's intervention. Intended to make Cai Kunken terminate the contract with Yang Mi's company. Sister Yang, if I don't play the leading male role, the investors will withdraw their investment. Cai Kunken said sarcastically. Although Yang Mi wanted this guy to get out. But after hearing the word, withdrawal of investment, she swallowed back the words she was about to blurt out. The leading male role is really not suitable for you. This role requires a lot of horse riding and fighting scenes. You are too thin and really can't support it. Yang Miaomiao's words softened a little. Although she is a big star and a boss at the same time, her lifeline is always controlled by the investors. Impossible, I will be the leading male role, I said it. Special effects can be used for horse riding, and a double can be used for fighting scenes. With him, he has no right to compete with me. Cai Kunkan said arrogantly. He was not afraid of Yang Miaomiao's feelings at all. Just when Yang Miaomio was at a loss, Su Yang spoke. When are you going to run out naked? It was just a joke, Su Yang, don't be ungrateful. It was obvious that Cai Kunkan was going to cheat. But Su Yang would not give him this opportunity. I'll count to 3, or I'll strip you naked and throw you out of here. Su Yang stood up. Twisting his fists, he walked towards Cai Kunkan with ill intentions. I've seen the video of Su Yang's 1 vs 7. No matter how arrogant Cai Kunkan is, he knows that he is no match for Su Yang. What's more, with his 2 tails of muscle, let alone Su Yang. Any man can easily kill him in seconds. Su Yang, don't go too far, I'm the top star in the entertainment industry. Cai Kunkan retreated repeatedly and said in a panic. 3. The countdown began. If you dare to touch me, don't even think about entering the entertainment industry in your life. Cai Kunkan was a little scared. Because from Su Yang's eyes, he saw that the other party didn't seem to be joking. 2. A little star dared to speak to the son of the richest man in Beijing like this. If Su Jongwo took action, Cai Kunkan would have to quit the entertainment industry in the afternoon. Su Yang, I'll give you money. I'll give you as much money as you want. Don't go too far. As soon as this was said, Cai Kunkan felt that this sentence was a joke. The deposit balance was 100 million. Su Yang, who bought Ferrari like selling cabbage, how could he be tempted by his little money? 1. As the countdown ended. Looking at Cai Kunkan, who didn't take off his clothes, Su Yang took action himself. Grabbed the other party's neck. The palm became a claw, and Cai Kunkan's clothes were easily torn into pieces. Except for a pair of pink briefs. Su Yang was really disgusted and didn't tear it off for Cai Kunkan. Get lost. I wish you will be on the headlines tomorrow. Su Yang smiled evilly, and then threw Cai Kunkan out of the door. Su Yang, you wait for me, I will never forgive you. After picking up a piece of cloth on the ground and covering his face, Cai Kunkan, wearing a pair of pink briefs, fled the Ferrari 4S store at a high speed. The next day, suspected to be the top star Cai Kunkan, running naked in the Magic City. News. It really became the headline, as Su Yang said. After dealing with Cai Kunkan, Su Yang came to Yang Miaomio again. I can promise you to be the male lead, and I can also find investors for you, but after the filming is finished, you have to agree to one condition of mine. As long as this play can be filmed smoothly, let alone one condition, even if it is 10, I will agree, without hesitation. Although Yang Miaomio did not think that Su Yang could help him solve the investor problem. But at this time, he could only treat the dead horse as a living horse. System prompt, Yang Miaomio's favorability towards you has changed to 5 points. As expected of a popular actress in the entertainment industry, I helped her so much and only got 5 points of favorability. Su Yang muttered softly. Mr. Su, there is a cocktail party tonight. The director, production team, and investors of the movie will be here. If you have time, can you come? Since the leading actor has been changed. Yang Miaomio thought about introducing these people to Su Yang. Okay, see you tonight, and let you meet the new investors by the way. About the new investors. Su Yang immediately thought of his younger sister Su Ruxian. Su Ruxian is 3 years younger than Su Yang. She has had a dream of becoming a star since she was a child. But the videos she shot were never very popular. Since there is an opportunity, why not take the opportunity to let her be the investor? Then arrange a small role for her to play, so that she can get a taste of being a star and an internet celebrity. Chapter 12, Convincing my younger sister to be an investor in a movie. Because Su Yang must drive this LaFerrari away today. So on top of the original car, he paid an extra 5 million. Of course. This little money is nothing to Su Yang. After leaving the Ferrari 4S store. Sister Yang, do you need me to take you home? Su Yang, sitting in the driver's seat, asked Yang Miaomio with a smile. Okay. The car he drove when he came here was probably driven away by Cai Kunken. Yang Mi readily agreed. Sister Yang, sit tight. Starting the car skillfully. Su Yang stepped on the accelerator. La Ferrari rushed onto the road with a huge roar. Red Lightning, a cool car model. All of a sudden, Su Yang and Yang Mi became the focus of the street. On the road, touching the steering wheel he hadn't seen for a long time. Su Yang's restless heart was gradually aroused. The speed was getting faster and faster. The speed has exceeded the maximum speed for city driving. Su Yang, you drive so fast. Yang Mi touched her big Mi and said excitedly. The rapid heartbeat. Yang Mi's delicate face turned red instantly. Even adrenaline was secreted rapidly. Yang Mi's admiration value changes to 10 points. Su Yang smiled slightly when he heard the system's words. Yang Mi, a big star who looks serious on the surface. It turns out that she is a guy who loves to pursue excitement. Increase the speed a little more. Soon, the two came to the downstairs of Yang Mi's company. Su Yang, you are really interesting. I hope we can have a pleasant cooperation in the future. After winking at Su Yang, Yang Mi twisted her graceful body and walked towards the company. Superb. Su Yang praised Yang Mi while looking at her back. Different from Xu Qing's cold personality. Yang Mi is like a gorgeous and unrestrained red rose. Beautiful and charming, but with thorns. After Yang Mi walked away, Su Yang took out his mobile phone. Dialed his younger sister Su Ruxian. Beep, beep, beep. After a few beeps. Brother, what's wrong? Su Ruxian asked curiously. Little sister, do you want to be a star? Do you want to act in a movie? Su Yang asked straight to the point. TSK, brother, you are so arrogant. It's just a hot topic and a small internet celebrity. Su Ruxian was very disdainful. There was a strong envy and jealousy in her tone. I shot hundreds of videos, but they were not very popular. I didn't expect that my brother's video would become popular all over the internet. Your brother is now the leading actor in Jiang Miaomiao and Yang Mi's new play. This sentence directly shocked Su Ruxian on the other end of the phone. For Su Ruxian, who chases stars and dramas, she knew too well the weight of Jiang Miaomiao and Yang Mi in the entertainment industry. Brother, are you talking about the drama, The Master of Shushan versus the Alien on Mars? The paparazzi said that the male lead has died in a horseback accident. Yes, if he hadn't died, it wouldn't be my turn. Brother, don't fool me, is this true? Su Ruxian still didn't believe it. How come it's only been a few hours? Brother has transformed from an internet celebrity to the male lead of Yang Mi's new drama. When did brother fool you? Just ask if you want to come and be the second or third female lead. Because the first female lead must be played by Yang Mi herself. So Su Ruxian can only try to be the second or third female lead. Why not? When can you introduce me to Sister Mi? Su Ruxian said excitedly. My father always opposed her entering the entertainment industry before. Now, she finally has the chance to be a star. Let's go tonight. Book your flight now. Sister Yang and I will have a cocktail party tonight. I'll introduce you to each other. Thank you, brother. You're still good to me, ha tilde tilde tilde. Excited Su Ruxian blew a kiss to Su Yang across the screen. Wait, don't be impatient. I haven't finished talking yet. At this point, Su Yang was about to get to the point of today. The investment in a movie is not a small amount. Especially for a masterpiece like The Master of Shushan versus the Alien on Mars. Su Yang himself doesn't have that much money. So he could only target Su Ruxian, who loves to chase dramas and stars. Brother, you go first. I've booked the flight. Su Ruxian was still immersed in the dream of being an actor. She didn't notice the hidden meaning of Su Yang at all. Your brother just stripped Cai Kunken naked and threw him on the street. Now the investor behind Cai Kunken is going to withdraw his investment in Yang Mi's movie. If the other party withdraws the investment, not to mention your second and third female roles, even my first male role will be ruined. Su Yang said everything in detail. Even the details of stripping Cai Kunken were described clearly. Oh my god, Cai Kunken is a top star. This news will definitely be on the headlines tomorrow. I'm actually the first to eat melons. I have to tell my sisters about this explosive news. Although 99% of CAI Kunken's fans are women. But Su Ruxian has no interest in this kind of weak man. It is probably related to the devilish training they received from their grandfather when they were young. No, brother, you have something to say. You don't want me to invest money, do you? Su Ruxian, who had finished eating melons, finally heard the hidden meaning of Su Yang at this moment. Sister, you know that I haven't been home for 3 years and I'm very poor. Stop. Su Yang was interrupted by Su Ruxian before he finished speaking. Brother, you know that although I am rich, my father won't let me get involved in the entertainment industry. Don't worry about him. When Su Jiangmo scolds you, just say that I asked you to do it. Su Yang is different from her 3 older sisters and younger sister in terms of Su Jiangmo. Not afraid at all. Har, I've been waiting for you to say this. When my father asks, I'll say that you forced me to do it. After getting Su Yang's affirmation, Su Ruxian began to fantasize again that she would become famous overnight after becoming the second female lead. Then she would enter the Longhua entertainment industry and become a new top-tier young actress. Hang up the phone. Su Yang looked at the time. There was only more than half an hour left before the time agreed with Xu Qing. He stepped on the accelerator. Su Yang drove a Ferrari worth more than 40 million yuan and headed towards Fudan University at high speed. As soon as he arrived at the school gate, Su Yang attracted the attention of students. Fuck, Ferrari la Ferrari, if I can drive this car, it's worth dying. I heard that there is only one in Shanghai. I wonder which rich man bought it. Look, isn't this Su Yang? The one who played 1 versus 7 yesterday. I know him. He is from our department. He was a poor guy a few days ago. How come he can even drive a Ferrari now? Do internet celebrities really make so much money these days? He has only been popular for 1 day, and he can afford a Ferrari. Impossible, Su Yang must have been kept by a rich woman after he became popular. Although the classmates kept talking about it. But Su Yang didn't bother to pay attention. He stepped on the accelerator and drove towards the Taekwondo club. Su Yang, who has been the president of the Taekwondo club for 2 years, is naturally familiar with the road. It didn't take long for them to reach their destination. Xu Qing was also waiting at the door in a neat training suit. It looked like she had been waiting for a long time. Did you buy this? Xu Qing asked calmly. Her cold expression remained the same. Yeah, how about taking you out for a ride tonight? Su Yang glanced at Xu Qing's long legs. He asked maliciously. Chapter 13, Establish your authority through one battle. Who among you would not submit? Xu Qing has a pair of super long legs. Any normal man can't forget it easily. Even though only 1 day had passed. But these legs are still so tempting. The only thing missing for the admission procedure is your signature. From today on, you are the club's president. Xu Qing took out a document and handed it to Su Yang. President. Although he promised Xu Qing that he would lead the club to win the championship. However, Su Yang was too lazy to take on the position of president. Being a rebellious son is too busy. How can I have time to be the president? Yes, now that you are back, the position of president is naturally yours. Xu Qing was originally the president of the fighting club. Ever since Su Yang agreed to return to the club, I have already planned to give up the position of president. No, I'd rather be a thug. I haven't been the president for a long time. In the past, Su Yang only wanted to spend the last few years of his life. Follow your mother's last wishes and experience an ordinary life. Nowadays, on the one hand, Su Yang has to complete the task of the inverse subsystem. On the one hand, he planned to investigate the truth of his mother being poisoned. There is no time to take care of the fighting club. That won't do. Your prestige in the club is unmatched. Only you can win the support of the people as the club president. Xu Qing frowned and said, Qing, I'm very busy recently. If you hand over the club to me, I will definitely not be able to take care of it. By then, let alone the championship, I guess we may not even be able to qualify for the group stage. What Su Yang said was not false. The fighting competition is divided into team competition and individual competition. In the individual competition, Su Yang can defeat all opponents alone. But team competitions are different, there are many things to consider. Without enough energy and time, it would be difficult to take on big tasks. Don't worry about that. If you don't have time, you can be a nominal president. I will still be in charge of the daily operations of the club. You just need to play your game well. Xu Qing seemed to have anticipated that Su Yang would not take over the position of president. That's good, har har. As they talked, the two walked towards the club's training ground. Very different from a year ago. Today's training grounds have many more high-tech training equipment. Even the number of members in the club has more than doubled compared to before. Certainly. Most people come here because of the beautiful President Xu Qing. Snap, snap, snap. Everyone stopped for a moment. Xu Qing clapped her hands and shouted. This is Senior Su Yang. I'm sure you all know him. From today on, he will replace me and become the new president of our fighting club. Even if you are freshmen who just joined the club this year. They also know Su Yang, the legendary figure of the fighting club, very well. The only defeat in his career was due to not participating in the competition. Such an impressive record is enough to make everyone look up to him. Although Su Yang has become a legend in the fighting club. But there are still some individuals who are not convinced. Especially in front of the beautiful President Xu Qing. Why would a coward who retreated without fighting come back again? Sudden. I saw a strong man about 1.9 meters tall walking out of the crowd. He didn't give Su Yang any face at all. Xu Qing, he's just a deserter, why should he become the president as soon as he comes back? The man put his hands on his waist and spoke to Su Yang provocatively. Wang Tu, please call me president. It was my decision for Senior Su Yang to return. Do you have any opinion? Xu Qing asked unhappily. In order to get Su Yang back, he was willing to sacrifice his body. Why are there still some blind guys who insist on coming out to cause trouble? Xu Qing, I know you are obsessed with the championship, but I don't accept letting such a weakling be the president. My brothers don't accept it either. Don't you agree? Wang Tu had just finished speaking. 7 or 8 more members walked out of the crowd. It seems that these people had discussed it beforehand and planned to give Su Yang a warning. Wang Tu, did you do this on purpose? Xu Qing was so angry that her teeth itched, but there was nothing she could do. I could only ask coldly. Get him out of here. The club doesn't need a runaway wimp. Otherwise, I'll quit the club with my brothers. Wang Tu is the same guy as Zhao Fei. The purpose of joining the club is to get close to Xu Qing. Although Zhao Fei had been beaten into a cripple by Su Yang. But it did not affect Wang Tu's lustful thoughts. If you die under a beauty's skirt, you will be a romantic ghost. What's more, she is a cool and beautiful girl like Xu Qing. If you can get her in bed, the sense of accomplishment as a man is self-evident. Softy? You little bastards are qualified to say that to me. Su Yang took off his shoes and walked into the training ground. Facing Wang Tu and others, he did not show any fear. Su Yang, don't be so proud. If I had participated in the competition that year, our club would have won the championship a long time ago. Wang Tu's confident look doesn't mean his bragging. Wang Tu, who has been practicing martial arts since he was a child, has already mastered various martial arts techniques. Whether it is karate, taekwondo, boxing, muay thai, sonder, bajikan. He is proficient in almost everything. It is also one of the trump cards Xu Qing found for this competition. He. Su Yang's contemptuous expression made Wang Tu even more angry. He, your mother. Wang Tu felt as if he was being looked down upon. He jumped up in anger. He raised his leg and kicked towards Su Yang's chin. The chin is one of the most vulnerable parts of the human body. If hit hard, the patient will either go into shock or fall into a coma. It was obvious that Wang Tu intended to kill Su Yang with one blow. Plain flying kick in front of me. You're really asking for death. Su Yang did not dodge or evade, but just raised his right foot. With a speed several times faster than Wang Tu's, he kicked the opponent directly in the face. With a snap. Wang Tu jumped high but didn't get close yet. He flew backwards directly. There was also splatter of nose blood and 3 back teeth. Instant kill. The members were stunned. Although some people also think that Wang Tu is no match for Su Yang. But I didn't expect to be killed instantly. Is this the trump card you were looking for? It's not as good as when I was 6 years old. Ching ching. You'd better get rid of this kind of garbage as soon as possible, otherwise it will hold me back. In front of hundreds of members. Su Yang put his arms around Xu Qing's slender waist. said in an ambiguous tone. Damn it, the Ice Queen was actually captured. The president's will-o-waste, I feel like I'm committing a crime even if I look at him twice. How can I hug him? I won't live any longer, I won't live any longer. My president, it's not a big deal if you can fight, but does that mean you can hug my goddess? Other people who originally respected Su Yang. The next time I saw the goddess, she was hugged by the waist. They all wanted to rush over and beat Su Yang together. Be quiet, everyone. If anyone doesn't agree, come up and fight me one-on-one, or you can all come together. Su Yang yelled. The powerful aura made everyone stand still in a daze. The noisy training hall suddenly became quiet. Su Yang knew how to deal with these guys who were obsessed with sex. We must fight to establish our authority. Only fear can make them obey. Are you guys still going to quit the club? Su Yang stared at Wang Tu and his accomplices and asked in a calm tone. No retreat, we are not familiar with this guy. Exactly, who is he and why did he come to our club to cause trouble? From now on, we will follow Brother Su's lead. These lackeys of Wang Tu said this indignantly. I am afraid that if I show my loyalty a little late, I will suffer the same fate. Ching, now that the matter has been resolved, shall we go to the office and talk alone? Su Yang quietly grabbed Xu Qing's round and firm butt. He gave a wicked smile. Chapter 14, International Friends. Su Yang is such a shameless guy. He actually touched his own butt in front of so many people. Xu Qing blushed instantly. But I don't have enough strength. There was no way to free Su Yang's clutches. Let go. Xu Qing blushed and said angrily in a low voice. No, unless you discuss life with me. Su Yang said shamelessly. He then took the opportunity to move his dirty hands towards deeper areas. Su Yang, isn't it enough for me to promise you? Please stop now, I beg you. Xu Qing felt something strange in her body and begged for mercy quickly. If this continues, I'm sure all the members will see it. By then, she would be too ashamed to continue serving as their vice president. After getting the answer he wanted, Su Yang gave up. The competition is about to begin, so you all should train well. President Xu and I need to plan the future of the club. Please don't disturb us. As soon as he finished speaking, Su Yang took Xu Qing's hand and walked towards the office at the innermost part of the training hall. The Society's office is not very big. But not small either. It's enough for two people to enjoy their activities. Su Yang, I heard that many experts from other countries have joined this time. Are you sure? Xu Qing lay on the table, covering her mouth, trying to make her voice smaller. But at this moment, Su Yang had no time to deal with these questions. I was completely immersed in that pair of white, long legs and small, delicate feet. After all, in his eyes, these so-called masters are not worth mentioning at all. Su Yang, did you hear that? Xu Qing was a little angry. Why is this guy the only one who cares about this kind of thing? Don't take the game seriously at all. Don't worry, I promised you that I would win the championship, and I will definitely win it. Su Yang answered nonchalantly. Then a new round began. Half an hour later, Xu Qing put on her clothes and returned to her usual cool and aloof self. Su Yang, I'm not kidding. It is said that the Karate King has become even stronger. He has knocked out his opponents in every match this year. And in the match a year ago, he didn't use his full strength, just like you. Xu Qing was a little worried. If I still don't win the championship this time, I may never have another chance in my life. Although Su Yang is very strong. However, Xu Qing was not clear about Su Yang's true strength. Facing the king of karate who has been undefeated in more than 300 fights, Xu Qing was not sure that Su Yang would win. Don't worry, arrange a match for me as soon as possible. Then I will tell the whole world that I, Su Yang, am back. Satisfied, Su Yang agreed without hesitation. After all, it is somewhat unkind to put on your pants and then refuse to admit it. Then it's a deal. We will have a friendly match with Eagle Sauce in a while, and you will be the main player. No problem, just let me know in advance. Su Yang readily agreed. Get out of the office. All the team members, regardless of gender, were training very hard. It's just this way of training. Su Yang saw the problem at a glance. At this level, let alone winning the team championship, it will probably be difficult to break out of the group. Everyone, stop practicing and come over here. although I don't know what Su Yang is going to do. But due to his fighting power, everyone gathered around him obediently. Who taught you this training method? President, this is Wang Tu's brother-in-law, a coach hired from abroad at a high salary. This is how he teaches. A sophomore boy answered. What era is this? There are still people who think the moon is rounder abroad. This kind of bullshit training method should be stopped from today. Su Yang cursed rudely. I don't know what this stupid coach is thinking. They only teach the techniques but don't practice the basic skills at all. Isn't this a scam? No matter how powerful the tricks are, without the basic skills as a foundation, they are just a show. That's not good. The coach has told us that we must do it his way. Someone in the crowd was muttering quietly. Let him get as far away as possible. Starting today, you will run 5 kilometers, do strength training for 3 hours every day, and then fight each other 10 times a day. After half a month, their weight will be 10 kilograms, and after a month, their weight will be 20 kilograms. Su Yang looked at this group of guys who were just showing off their skills. I feel a little helpless. The abilities of these members are simply incomparable to when I was the president. Just when the members were about to start complaining, the door of the training hall was suddenly kicked open. Whoever hurt my brother-in-law, I will beat him up. A hairy blonde foreigner rushed in speaking broken Chinese. Coach, the coach is here. Someone in the crowd shouted. It turns out that this foreigner is misleading the students. Su Yang looked at the golden-haired gorilla that was nearly 2 meters tall with disdain on his face. A stinky foreigner. How dare you come to Longhua University to make noise? Brother-in-law, it's him. He is Su Yang. Wang Tu stood aside, covering his swollen cheek, and said aggrievedly. Boy, I want to challenge you in a duel and let you know whose territory this is. The golden-haired gorilla came in front of Su Yang, revealing his strong muscles and thick body hair. It stinks. It is said that foreigners have not evolved fully and have a stronger body odor. Today, Su Yang finally realized it. You're the one who injured my brother-in-law and took away his woman. The golden-haired gorilla asked arrogantly. I was the one who beat him. As for women, I think it would be more appropriate for you to introduce him to a female gorilla. Su Yang picked his nose and said. You are looking for death. How dare you say that women in our country are gorillas? When Wang Tu's brother-in-law heard this, he became furious. He also struck a fighting pose. His intention was obvious, he wanted to fight Su Yang one-on-one. Defeat an opponent in public. It is undoubtedly one of the most fulfilling things for a man. A gorilla that has not fully evolved is qualified to compete with me. Su Yang had beaten up foreign masters before. Su Yang didn't take this golden-haired gorilla seriously at all. President, the coach has won 3 consecutive championships abroad. You should be careful. A kind member reminded. Snort. The golden-haired gorilla had no moral principles at all. Without saying a word, he threw a punch at Su Yang. However, Su Yang, who was experienced in battle, easily dodged it by just turning around. Then clench your right fist. He quickly punched the opponent's ribs. Seeing that the sneak attack failed, Su Yang counterattacked. The gorilla immediately raised his arms. Try to use your strong muscles to block your opponent's fists. But what he didn't expect was. Su Yang's fist was like a hammer. The gorilla's arm became numb instantly and he seemed to have lost consciousness. Shit, that hurts. Without waiting for the gorilla to react, Su Yang turned his fist into a knife and chopped towards the opponent's shoulder. Su Yang, who has been trained by his grandfather since childhood. The control of power is precise and accurate. If you want to break 3 bones of your opponent, you will never break 4. A palm chopped down. The gorilla's right hand drooped instantly. Waves of wailing echoed throughout the training hall. You actually broke my right hand. The golden gorilla's eyes widened, his eyes full of shock. In his eyes, Su Yang, who weighs only half of himself, is just like a child. How is it possible to have such great power? Su Yang, stop it. My brother-in-law is an international friend. If you, a civilian, dare to hurt him, the police in the entire Magic City will not let you go. I saw that Su Yang only used 2 attacks. He defeated his brother-in-law who was the 3-time karate champion. Wang Tu shouted anxiously. International friends. I'm hitting our international friends. Chapter 15, Closing the Door and Beating the Dog. Su Yang leaped into the air. With a flying kick, the 150-kilogram gorilla was kicked for meters away. What a strong force! Shu Qing came out of the office after seeing the power of Su Yang's kick. Praise subconsciously. The gorilla that was kicked by Su Yang did not faint on the spot, probably because of its thick skin. Yellow pig, I want you to pay the price. The golden gorilla roared. Like a heavy tank, it crashed towards Su Yang. Damn, it really is a gorilla. Faced with the huge foreigner, he pounced on him like a madman. Not only was Su Yang not afraid, but he was unusually calm. Iron Mountain lean. Raising his right arm, Su Yang intended to use his 70 kilograms weight. He confronted the giant who was over 2 meters tall and weighed 150 kilograms head-on. Su Yang, get out of the way quickly, or you'll get hurt. Shu Qing reminded loudly from the side. In competitive fighting, the heavier party generally has an absolute advantage. The skinny Su Yang collided with a golden-haired gorilla that was twice his size. Just when everyone thought that Su Yang was going to be crippled. But that is the fact. The 150-kilogram gorilla flew out again. And this time, he flew even farther. A full 10 meters. At least a dozen ribs were broken. This moment. Everyone has witnessed the true strength of Su Yang, the legend of the fighting club. Crush. Facing foreign professional players. Su Yang actually won the opponent perfectly with a crushing trend. Su Yang, you're done. My brother-in-law is from the United States, an international friend. Just wait to be arrested by the police. Wang Tu took out his cell phone and dialed 110 directly. What era is this? There are still traitors. Su Yang narrowed his eyes into a line. And everyone who is familiar with Su Yang knows it. He was really angry now. Against a powerful enemy. What Su Yang hates more are villains like traitors, collaborators, and running dogs. Close the door and beat the dog. Su Yang shouted. Some smart boys, after Su Yang gave the order. He immediately ran to the gate and drove out the students who were watching the fun. Then he closed the door tightly. Su Yang, what are you going to do? This is a society ruled by law. Wang Tu realized that Su Yang was not joking. So he was so scared that he stepped back again and again. A society ruled by law? Why don't you go ask Zhao Fei how he is doing now? Hearing the words, rule of law society, Su Yang revealed a sinister smile. If the legal system is established to protect villains, then just don't have it. I found that the situation was becoming increasingly wrong. Wang Tu was so scared that he turned around and ran away. He didn't even care about his brother-in-law who was lying on the ground spitting blood. Want to run? A dragon sucks water. Su Yang only took 3 steps and caught up with Wang Tu, who was more than 10 meters away. Then he grabbed the opponent's neck with one claw. The powerful grip made Wang Tu unable to move. I can only let Su Yang deal with it. Let me go, please let me go. Su Yang, let me tell you, I have already obtained the green card of the United States. I am already a citizen of the United States. If you dare to touch me, our embassy will condemn you. Wang Tu seemed to have forgotten. His purebred American brother-in-law had just had more than a dozen ribs broken by Su Yang. Then let's see if I dare to beat up this eagle country dog like you. Su Yang was happy. There is a road to heaven but you don't take it, and there is no door to hell but you insist on breaking in. Personal vengeance plus national hatred. This kid Wang Tu is finished. Snap, snap, snap. After being slapped several times, Wang Tu's face was covered in blood. Tell me, are you here to be a spy? Su Yang asked seriously while beating him. On the other hand, Wang Tu. I felt so wronged. It was only with the help of that coquettish sister that I managed to get a green card in the United States. How come he was called a spy? I am not. The words haven't been finished yet. Snap, snap, snap. A few more slaps in the face. I see you have shifty eyes and a sneaky. You are not a good person at first glance. Did you come to Fudan to spread Western culture and disintegrate the unity of our people from within? Su Yang raised his hand high, apparently intending to continue fighting. Stop fighting. I confess, isn't that enough? You can say whatever you want. Frightened by the beating, Wang Tu quickly admitted that he was a traitor and a spy. I told you, this guy is not a good guy. Fortunately, I can see through him, otherwise you would be a nuisance to continue making trouble. Brothers, take off his clothes and leave some good memories for this guy. Normally, Wang Tu relied on his brother-in-law to bully others in the fighting club. Some people have long disliked him. After hearing Su Yang's words, a few clever guys understood what he meant immediately. He rushed directly towards Wang Tu and stripped him naked. Not even underwear. He also kicked me several times. The girls covered their eyes and turned away. The boys had already taken out their mobile phones to record this exciting scene. You guys, please don't go too far. Delete the photos quickly, or you will be in trouble later. Wang Tu glared at the classmates who were bullied by him on a daily basis. He threatened in a harsh tone. You're still threatening me. You're just a lackey of the Eagle Sauce country, and you dare to fart in front of me. Su Yang kicked Wang Tu in the stomach. Hi tilde tilde tilde. Wang Tu, who was kicked in the stomach, vomited out gastric juice. Just at this moment, the door of the training hall was knocked hard. We are from the road police station. We heard that someone is causing trouble in the school. Please open the door quickly. I have to say, when the police heard that foreign friends were beaten, they responded very quickly. I heard JC was coming. Except for Su Yang, all the other students started to panic. With me as the president here, why are you panicking? Su Yang calmed down his classmates. He actually opened the door of the training hall directly. Who is fighting? 7 or 8 policemen with pistols rushed in. Judging from the situation, even if a money transport truck was robbed, it probably wouldn't be such a big deal. Uncle JC, I called the police. My brother-in-law and I were beaten by him. We are both from the United States. When the naked Wang Tu saw JC, it was as if he had seen a life-saving straw. He shouted with tears and snot. Chapter 16. Dare you threaten my brother in front of me? Hey, isn't this Brother Su? A man who looks like a squad leader. Suddenly he shouted enthusiastically at Su Yang. It seems that the two seem to know each other. And the relationship is very good. Brother Li, what a coincidence, what a coincidence. After seeing the person coming, Su Yang smiled happily. Anli. He is the only friend Su Yang has met in Shanghai. I just came to Shanghai that year. On a subway train. Anli is hunting down a fugitive on the run. During the fight between the two sides. But the fugitive was so vicious. And holding a weapon. Seeing that Anli was no match for his opponent, he was almost stabbed by the opponent's dagger. Su Yang did it out of kindness. The fugitive was subdued in a few moves and Anli was rescued. It's because of this incident. Su Yang and criminal policeman and Li are acquainted with each other. Back and forth. Although there is a dozen years difference in age between the two. But Anli has a generous personality. The two quickly became good friends. Put your guns down, these are our people. Anli shouted to the JC who came down below. Brother Su, you are really ruthless. He glanced at the golden-haired gorilla lying on the side with blood gushing out of its mouth. And Li asked Su Yang in a low voice. This guy has no eyes, he has to be a jerk in front of me. We are fighting club here, so we use heavy hands when sparring. Su Yang shrugged and said lightly. So that is how it is. Call back, it's all a misunderstanding. And Li waved his hand. Brother Su, it's a good thing I'm here this time. The higher-ups have been very strict about the international image of the Magic City recently. If it were someone else, you would be detained for at least 15 days. Anli is not stupid either. It was obvious that Su Yang was talking nonsense as the competition turned out to be like this. Har har, I'll treat you to a drink some other day. No. Why don't you do it another day? I'll be off work soon, so don't even think about running away today. Not today. I have something to do tonight. I'll treat you to Mauzi some other day. TSK, what about Mauzi? Let's just drink some Nulantian. I know how poor you are. Look down on me. I'm rich now, I can even give you a bath with thatch. The two of them were arm in arm, talking to each other. Wang Tu was so stunned that he fell to the ground. Officer, this guy beat up my brother-in-law. How on earth did you do that? Anli originally wanted to make a big deal out of a small matter. After hearing what Wang Tu said, I was instantly furious. Martial arts exchanges are not the responsibility of the police. Facing Wang Tu, who had only a few pieces of cloth on his body, Anli simply pretended not to see it. Are you blind? My brother-in-law is a foreigner. Believe it or not, I will ask him to file a complaint against you. I'm going to get you fired and fired. Wang Tu cursed in a very corrupt manner. Brother Li, why don't you take me back first? I have my own way to get out of this. Anli is just an ordinary policeman. If you were fired because of yourself. Su Yang felt really bad. Moreover, it was not difficult for Su Yang to escape from the police station unscathed. Look down on my brother. It's just a club competition, it's not illegal. Besides, I've long been annoyed by the special policies these foreigners enjoy. And Li's expression suddenly became serious. Arresting his buddy for a cheap foreigner. And Li can't do such a thing. My name is Anli, which means safe and powerful. Captain of the road police station, go and report it now if you have the guts. Faced with Wang Tu's threat, and Li did not show any fear. They even pointed at each other's noses and yelled. You, just wait for me. My second brother-in-law is the deputy director of the Municipal Public Security Bureau. I will ask him to remove you from your position in a moment. Su Yang, I'm going to put you in jail and let my brother-in-law sentence you to life imprisonment. This kid Wang Tu has quite a lot of sisters. One married a foreigner. One is the deputy director of the Shanghai Public Security Bureau. Could this be the case of a younger brother relying on his sister's status? Fuck you, retreat now. If I wasn't still wearing this leather, I would have fucking beaten you up a long time ago. Just when the hot-tempered Anli couldn't help but take action. But Su Yang stopped him. Wang Tu, are you threatening us? Su Yang's eyes narrowed into a line. What he hated most was threats. It's just Wei. The word, threat, has not yet been uttered. Su Yang stepped on Wang Tu's mouth. Moment. Blood splattered everywhere. Teeth flying. Poor Wang Tu, he probably never expected this. Su Yang actually dared to beat someone in front of the police. How come you are more violent than me? If you want to fight, you can't do it here. My colleague is still here. Anli blinked and reminded quietly. My grandfather once said that anyone who dares to threaten me is an enemy. To show mercy to the enemy is to be cruel to yourself. Su Yang said as he spoke. He took out his cell phone and dialed the number. Everyone looked at each other in bewilderment. Su Yang contacted Liu Bo first. Then he called the director of the Shanghai Public Security Bureau. A few minutes later. Brother Li, you will be the director tomorrow. Hang up the phone. Su Yang patted on Li's shoulder. Director? Anli's eyes widened to the size of light bulbs. You are bragging, kid. Believe it or not, you're going to be promoted tomorrow anyway. And Li had no time to be surprised. The higher-ups called and informed him of his promotion. Fuck, I've known you for 3 years, and I didn't know you were so powerful. I treated Su Yang to wine and skewers for 3 years. Anli only found out now. Su Yang is the hidden boss in the novel. What's wrong? Do you think the director's position is too low? Su Yang asked jokingly. Not small, let alone the director. Even if I am a captain, I will be satisfied. And Li put his arm around Su Yang's shoulders. The two walked out while talking and laughing. I looked at the time. My little sister is almost there. It's time to go to the airport to pick up the plane. I have something else to do today. I'll meet you for a drink in a few days. After saying that, Su Yang got into his Ferrari. Fuck, where did you steal this Ferrari? La Ferrari worth over 40 million. Har, I've already told you, brother. I'm rich now, and I can give you a bath with thatch. Su Yang laughed. 5:30 p.m. Su Rushian's plane arrived in the Magic City. Brother, I miss you so much. The airport's arrival hall. An 18-year-old young girl. This attracted everyone's attention. Exquisite and perfect facial features, coupled with fair skin. Pink mini-skirt and white over-the-knee stockings. Petite figure. Paired with the limited edition bag worth 200 million in her hand. This made Su Rushian stand out in the crowd. Chapter 17: The Boss's Cocktail Party. Come, give me a hug. Su Yang simply opened his arms and hugged Su Rushian into his arms. 3 years. Except for talking to my younger sister on the phone. This is the first time we meet. 3 years. It is enough to make a little girl become so graceful. Brother, you hurt me. Su Ruxian's coquettishness is simply a nuclear weapon. Not only cute, but also deadly. Har har, I haven't seen you for so long. I miss you so much. That is true. After mother left, Su Ruxian is the person closest to Su Yang. It was you who didn't let me come to the magic city to see you. Su Ruxian pouted. Said with a face full of grievance. Let's not talk about this for now. I'll take you to meet Sister Yang tonight. When the time comes, you can wave your hand and invest several hundred million. Not to mention the second and third female roles, maybe even the first female role will be given to you. Su Yang picked up his little sister's heavy box. The two walked towards the parking lot. Forget about being the female lead. I'd rather be the second or third female lead since I just debuted. Otherwise, I'll be scolded by netizens. The fate hasn't even started yet. Su Ruxian had already started dreaming of becoming a star. Xianxian, how much money did you bring this time? You know, investing in a movie is not a small amount of money. Even if Su Ruxian had more pocket money, it would probably be enough. Enough money? Su Ruxian said proudly. So generous? Dad gave you the family property. Su Yang asked in surprise. Not really, but Dad said that as long as you need it, I'll give you as much as you want. TSK, this old man doesn't think he owes me something, so he's so generous, right? About my own recovery. Su Yang doesn't plan to tell anyone yet. It's not that I'm worried about Su Ruxian. I'm just afraid that this guy might accidentally let something slip. Brother, I don't mean to say that Dad has gone a little too far this time. You actually believe in some kind of superstitious feng shui that makes you go on a blind date with a woman in her 30s. And I also heard that the other party has a daughter who is about your age. Su Ruxian said dissatisfiedly. Although in her eyes, Su Yang only had 4 or 5 years to live at most. But even so, I can't treat my brother like this. It's just a small thing, just consider it as a contribution to the family. Su Yang waved his hand. But in his heart, it doesn't matter whether they go on a blind date or not. He just wanted to see Jiang Miaomiao's surprised expression at that time. Get in the car. The two soon arrived at the Peace Hotel. We are still staying in the Sa-Soon suite, which costs 99,999 yuan a night. Drop tilde drop tilde. Just at this moment, Yang Mi called suddenly. Miss Mi, what's wrong? Shayan, the director and investors will be on the rooftop of the Violet Hotel at 7 p.m. Don't worry, I will be there on time and introduce you to someone. Is it a new investor? I guess so, but this investor has a small request. As long as they don't interfere with the filming, I can agree to any conditions. Yang Mi sighed and said. Ever since Cai Kunkan ran naked in the 4S store during the day, investors called. That's what the words imply. If Cai Kunkan is not allowed to play the leading male role, they will collectively withdraw their investment. Yang Mi was forced into a desperate situation. I can only place my hope on Su Yang. By the way, Cai Kunkan might cause trouble for you tonight. I heard that the person who came with him tonight is not simple. Why don't you admit your mistake to him, so that you won't suffer any loss later? Yang Mi asked cautiously. As a top male star, Cai Kunkan has tremendous capital power behind him. If things go wrong, Su Yang might really suffer a loss tonight. Apologize to that sissy. It's fine if this guy doesn't mess with me, but if he dares to mess with me again, I'll let him know what it means to seek his own death. Regarding Yang Mi's advice, Su Yang was not scared at all, and was even a little bit expectant. Maybe if the matter gets out of hand, the rebellious system will give some points. Alas, I know you are not simple, but you must not underestimate Cai Kunkan, he is not a pushover either. Yang Mi still advised kindly. She quite admired Su Yang. The drama was banned before it even started filming. That's really a pity. Sister Mi, don't worry about this. I have my own plans. After saying a few more simple words, the two hung up the phone. Brother, is Cai Kunkan going to cause you trouble? Su Ruxian asked curiously. By the way, she also showed her dress to Su Yang. Just him? A sissy is worthy of it. Su Yang said as he looked at the petite and cute Su Ruxian. Little sister, I always feel like something is missing from the way you're dressed. I'm too lazy to continue the topic of Cai Kunkan. Su Yang looked at his younger sister's changed clothes and said with a frown. I forgot my necklace at home and was going to buy a new one, but I may not have enough time. Su Ruxian's expression suddenly became a little anxious. When we set out at noon today, Su Ruxian was too excited. As a result, the necklace that she had carefully prepared was forgotten on the table and she did not bring it with her. Just say why I feel like something is missing. Necklace, brother has one, a top-grade imperial green jadeite necklace. Su Yang finished speaking. She took out the imperial green necklace given by the system from her bag and threw it over. It's like throwing an ordinary piece of jewelry. Oh my god, where did you get this? You didn't steal it from Christie's. Different from Su Yang. Su Ruxian is very knowledgeable about this kind of jewelry. Months ago, she once accompanied Su Jiangmiaomiao to Christie's auction house. Inside is a bracelet of top-quality imperial green. It was sold on the spot for a sky-high price of 150 million yuan. And the necklace that Su Yang threw over. Whether it is color, workmanship, or size, they are far superior to the one at the auction. Do I need to steal from you, brother? Su Yang rudely flicked the little sister's head. Brother, I really like this necklace, please give it to me. Su Ruxian opened her big watery eyes and spoke to Su Yang in a coquettish manner. Just give it to me. I'm not interested in this stuff. Su Yang said proudly. Something that can be obtained from a low-level blind box. Su Yang wouldn't care. Brother, I love you the most. Su Ruxian gave Su Yang a kiss. Then she happily put the necklace around her neck. Different from my younger sister's luxurious dress. Maybe it's because I've gotten used to it over the years. Su Yang was still wearing cheap clothes. So we set off for the Violet Hotel. Violet Hotel is located on the most prosperous riverside in Shanghai. People who come in and out of here are either wealthy people or high-ranking officials. Ordinary people can only watch from afar. Although Su Yang's clothes are still cheap. But it's different from before, with the support of more than 40 million Ferraris. The doorman's smile was quite enthusiastic. Take the elevator. The two went straight to the top floor. This is different from other ordinary cocktail parties. The security at the door is tight. Looking from outside, the decoration inside is luxurious. Stars active on the big screen. It can be seen everywhere here too. Of course. In addition to celebrities, there are also many famous directors, wealthy businessmen, and leaders of Shanghai. They all gathered together. Each of them held a glass of wine in his hand. They were all talking and laughing with each other. Brother, why is there no one to greet us? At previous banquets, she was Su Jiangmiao's youngest daughter. Su Ruxian is the focus wherever she goes. But this time no one came to greet him. Maybe we are little Karami. Su Yang smiled. He doesn't care about such things at all. Just as the brother and sister were talking, a handsome young man in a well-tailored suit and with a gentle appearance walked towards this side. My beautiful lady, are you alone? I wonder if I'll be lucky enough to spend an unforgettable night with the young lady. One person. Obviously this guy didn't take Su Yang seriously. My blind friend, if you have poor eyesight, I suggest you get a pair of glasses first, or you might fall off the building and die. Su Yang stood in front of Su Ruxian, flirting with sister in front of brother. In Su Yang's eyes, this guy has been sentenced to death. Chapter 18 Baldy Mo and Mo Dongshu. Are you this lady's driver? In order to create a good image for beautiful women, the young man suppressed his anger. Are you really blind? I'm a handsome, gentle and elegant man, and you actually said I was a driver. Go home and put some eye drops in. This place is not suitable for you. After Su Yang finished scolding, he put his arm around Su Ruxian's slender waist and prepared to walk in with a swagger. Did I let you go? The young man finally couldn't help it and his true nature showed. The young man's name is Mo Dongshu. He is the only son of Mo Lao-san, the godfather of Magic City. At the cocktail party tonight, Mo Dongshu originally wanted to pick a female celebrity to spend the night with. But look left and right. He always felt that these female stars had a tacky smell of rouge. Just when you are bored. The appearance of Su Ruxian made Mo Dongshu's eyes light up. Su Ruxian, who has not been polluted by the entertainment industry. As pure as a white lotus. Agile yet delicate. Cute and beautiful. Mo Dongxiu, who is tired of rouge and powder. My interest was immediately piqued. What's wrong? You still want to control my poop and pee? Su Yang said disdainfully. There was a strong sense of contempt in his tone. The spoiled Mo Dongxiu was almost furious. Boy, give me this girl, or I will make sure you can't leave Violet tonight. Mo Dongxiu, whose true colors were revealed, was too lazy to pretend anymore. In his eyes, Su Ruxian is bound to win tonight. Even the King of Heaven can't stop him. Brother, I hate him. Although Su Ruxian looks petite and cute. But deep down he is a fearless person. Compared with Su Yang, it is even worse. You dare to tease my sister. You are looking for death. Su Yang rolled up his sleeves. Just when he was about to deal with this blind guy in front of him, Yang Mi and a boy named Cai Kunken walked towards this side together. Su Yang? Yang Mi shouted from a distance. But when she saw Mo Dongxiu, her whole body trembled subconsciously. Su Yang, why didn't you say hello to me when you came so that I could pick you up? Yang Mi is a veteran who has been working in the entertainment industry for nearly 10 years. Mo Dongxiu's evil intentions could be seen at a glance. This guy is the only son of the godfather of Demon City. You can't afford to offend him. Yang Mi reminded Su Yang in a low voice. The godfather of Demon City. Could it be Baldy Mo? How could that plain-looking guy give birth to such a handsome son? Aren't they biological children? Baldy Mo is being cuckolded and doesn't he realize it? Su Yang asked a series of questions in his mind. Su Yang, I didn't expect you to dare to come tonight. When enemies meet, they become jealous of each other. Cai Kunken gritted his teeth. He wished he could tear into pieces this person who had embarrassed him during the day. Put on your clothes, and you become arrogant again? If I can make you run naked once, I can make you run naked a second time. In Su Yang's eyes, Cai Kunken is just a small-time character. You? When Cai Kunken thought of the humiliation he suffered during the day, he even started stuttering. Master Cai, is this the Su Yang you mentioned? What a narrow road for enemies to cross. Mo Dongxiu smiled maliciously. The prince who is the godfather of the Demon City. Although Mo Dongxiu himself cannot fight, but he has many thugs under his command. In order to vent Cai Kunken's anger tonight, Mo Dongxiu even called over the ace fighter that Mo Lao-san kept in the underground boxing ring. But this ace fighter is still on the way. Mr. Mo, this guy is good at fighting, let's take action later. Cai Kunken came to Mo Dongxiu and spoke in a low voice. Cai Kunken was very angry about Su Yang. But he would not be so arrogant as to challenge Su Yang alone. Hear what Cai Kunken said. Mo Dongxiu frowned. After half a while. Mr. Su, please keep this girl for me first, and I will enjoy her later. Mo Dongxiu's words completely angered Su Yang. Just when Su Yang was about to teach the other party a lesson, Yang Mi suddenly stopped in front of him. Mr. Mo, Su Yang is the leading actor in my new play, can you please give me some face? Face? Miss Yan, you haven't responded to my father's matter yet. I advise you not to meddle in other people's business. You may get into trouble. Mo Dongxiu said coldly. So he and Cai Kunken left. Sister Yang, do you have any disputes with that Mo Lao-san? Su Yang asked curiously. Su Yang, don't worry about it. This is not something you can help with. Although he was at the Ferrari 4S store during the day, Su Yang's performance was indeed extraordinary. But the godfather of South City in Magic City, no matter how rich Su Yang is, and definitely not its opponent. Sister Yang, if you have any difficulties, just tell me directly. I'm just Mo Lao-san. I was used to calling him Mo Tuzi. Su Yang couldn't change the address for a while. Forget it. I'm afraid you'll get into trouble. Yang Mi sighed. The godfather of Magic City, Mo Lao-san. The Mo group under his name is involved in both illegal and illegal activities. The industry is spread all over the Magic City. At an accidental press conference, Mo Lao-san has set his sights on top star Yang Mi. He hopes that Yang Mi can help him endorse a low-cost, nutritional product produced by his company. Although Yang Mi rejected this unreasonable request on the spot. But Mo Lao-san still has evil intentions. Relying on some illegal means, he actually got Yarn MI's contract from her agent. This time Yarn MI was in a complete dilemma. Endorsement. The reputation he had accumulated in the entertainment industry over the years would be wiped out in an instant. No endorsement. Relying on the strength of Mo Lao-san. Not to mention Jiang Media, whether it can still operate normally in Shanghai. I am afraid that my personal safety will be in danger. After all, Mo Lao-san's evil deeds are well known. Seeing that Yarn MI rejected herself, Su Yang didn't ask any more questions. If Yarn MI wasn't he the number 2 target given by the system? Su Yang was too lazy to care about such trivial matters. After all, if I intervene, I will owe Mo Tuzi a favor. The guy who plucks the feathers of passing geese and leaves the skins of departed animals. You never know how you might end up hurting yourself. Su Yang, this is your sister, so beautiful. Yarn Mi took Su Rushian's hand. Praise from the heart. Sister Mi is also very beautiful. Even prettier than on TV. I'm your fan, so please give me some autographed photos later. Su Rushian is the same as Su Yang. They are all Yarn Mi's die-hard fans. You're too polite, sister. It's just an autographed photo. I can have as many as you want. After chatting with Su Rushian for a few words, Yang Mi turned and asked Su Yang. Su Yang, when will the investor you mentioned come? I can go downstairs to greet him in person. Xian is it? Didn't she tell you? What? Sister Xian is the investor you mentioned. A few minutes ago, Yarn Mi treated Su Rushian as her sister. I never expected that. This petite and cute beauty in front of me. It turned out to be the investor Su Yang mentioned. Chapter 19, Business Genius Su Rushian. Sister Mi, I heard from my brother that someone wants to withdraw funding from your new movie, right? Su Rushian asked. Yes, that's what happened. Yang Mi, who had not yet recovered from Su Rushian's identity, answered truthfully. Sister Yang, how much money do you need to raise for the movie The Master of Shushan vs. the Martian Alien? Don't be fooled by Su Rushian's small size and harmless appearance. But she inherited her father Su Jungwo's perfect business talent. Although I came here this time to help my brother Su Yang. But market research is still necessary. The initial budget needs to be 1 billion yuan, and the maximum will not exceed 1.3 billion yuan. It might be Su Rushian who was in the negotiation. There was an inexplicable aura. This left Yarn Mi with nothing to hide. If the other party withdraws all investment, how much cash flow will Sister Mi have? I did some rough calculations this afternoon. If all the capital behind Cai Kunkan withdraws, I will only have less than 200 million left, which is far from enough for making a movie. Yarn Mi sighed. Even though she is the most popular actress in Long Country, she is in front of capital. Yarn Mi is, after all, just an insignificant grain of sand. To be conservative, we need 800 million. If we want to be more generous, we need at least 1.1 billion. Su Rushian lowered her head and started talking to herself. Xian, this movie is my life's work. It will definitely be a big hit at the box office, conservatively estimated to be over 4 billion. 4 billion box office. 8% tax is 320 million. Cinemas, theater chains, and distributors account for 55%, which is 2.2 billion. The rest belongs to the investors. It is estimated to be around 1.5 billion. After deducting the 800 million investment and Yarn Mi's dividend, Su Rushian can earn about 400 million at most from this trip. The profits are not huge, and there are risks. Su Rushian muttered softly. Xian, this movie is so important to me. I can give up my salary and take less dividends. This way I can save at least another 200 million. I'll give it all to you when the time comes. I saw Su Rushian was a little conflicted. Yarn Mi spoke immediately. After all, this was her last straw. Sister Mi, don't worry, I have a better plan for you to listen to first. Su Rushian smiled slightly. Anyway, I came here to help my brother. Even if Yarn Mi doesn't ask for money, the money still has to be invested. Sister Mi, our Chinchilla group has cinemas all over the country, and we also have our own cinema chains. I did a preliminary calculation. If the share of cinemas and theater chains is reduced, the investor's income can be increased to 2.5 billion. By then, if Sister Mi gets 15 points, she can get 375 million. The remaining 2.225 billion will belong to our Chinchilla group. What do you think? Moreover, my investment will be carried out in the most adequate plan, which is to invest 1.1 billion yuan. Su Ruxian is indeed a business genius. In just a few minutes, everything was planned. Even the benefits are calculated. Chinchilla Group? Xianxian, who are you to Chinchilla Group? Yang Mi was stunned. Chinchilla Group's businesses are spread all over the world. The leader of the group just became the richest man in Beijing a while ago. Su Ruxian, whose surname is Su. Could it be that this little girl in front of me is Su Jiangmiao's daughter? Su Jiangmiao is my father and Su Yang is my brother. Although these words came out of Su Ruxian's mouth lightly. But it was like a thunderclap, hitting Yang Mi directly. Yang Mi never expected this. I went out for a trip today and actually got myself on board the giant ship of Chinchilla Group. This time. Don't talk about that bullshit CAI Kunkan. Even if all the investors withdraw their capital, Yang Mi will not be afraid. Sister Mi, I have a small request. Can you agree to it? Su Ruxian pulled Yang Mi's arm and spoke coquettishly. Sister Xianxian, if you have any requests, just tell me. I will never say no. The god of wealth in front of you. Not to mention a request, even 100 Yang fans would agree without hesitation. Can you give me a small role? I've always dreamed of becoming an actor. Har har, sister, you are so beautiful, much prettier than many celebrities, so of course there is no problem. Yang Mi was not telling lies. When I saw Su Ruxian for the first time just now, she wanted to sign Su Ruxian and make her an artist of her own company. After all, just based on Su Ruxian's appearance and temperament, it's more than enough to be a star. Then Sister Mi, we have an agreement, you are not allowed to go back on your word. Su Ruxian's wish has been fulfilled. He laughed happily like a child. Su Yang, who was standing aside, was almost falling asleep due to boredom. He actually doesn't have much interest in movies. It's okay to play with it. But I don't want to waste too much energy. Bite. System prompts. Yang Mi's admiration for Nizi has increased by 10 points, currently at 20 points. The system prompt suddenly appeared. I helped her so much, but it only improved by 10 points. It deserves 5 stars for its difficulty. Compared with Xu Qing. This time, the mission to capture Yang Mi is extremely difficult. 7:30 in the evening. The cocktail party officially begins. The first person to speak was Zhu Zixiong, a well-known wealthy man in Shanghai. He is also one of the investors in Yang Mi's new play. This man started his career in real estate. Its industries include energy, real estate, finance, trade, insurance. Anyway, he can be found in almost every industry that makes money. But this person doesn't have a very good reputation among the people. It's just an unfinished building. Hundreds of families were forced into desperation. The second person to speak was Mo Lao San's only son, Mo Dongxiu. It's just that this guy was speaking. He always stared at Su Ruxian in the audience with lustful eyes. Don't blame me for being ruthless, Baldy Mo. Your son molested my sister, and I must dig out his eyes. Chapter 20. Yang Mi is surrounded by enemies. After several bigwigs finished speaking in turn, the cocktail party officially began. Whether they are celebrities or wealthy people, they all started socializing with each other. A rich kid with lustful desires, looking for prey. There are also businessmen trying to find business opportunities. Su Yang, this is the director, screenwriter, investor. Yang Mi brought Su Yang and Su Ruxian with her. Come to the production team of The Master of Shushan Fights Against the Martian Aliens. Let me introduce to you all, this is my new leading male role, Su Yang. Yang Mi spoke up. So handsome, Sister Yang, this guy is much better than the one who fell to death before. Directed by Nobiter. He is a burly guy who looks about the same size as a black bear. But this man looks rough. But she actually raised her index finger while speaking. Sister Yang, I didn't agree to the male lead role. Just at this moment, Cai Kunkan walked over with Mo Dongxiu with a dark face. Also coming with them was Zhu Zixiong. And Zhu Zixiong was hugging a young beauty. This is the second female lead in the movie, Xu Tong. When did she get together with Zhu Zixiong? Yang Mi whispered to Su Yang. Ms. Yang, the master of Shushan versus the alien species on Mars, is a masterpiece. Why should an unknown newcomer play the leading role? Zhu Zixiong was holding a thick cigar in his mouth. The tone was very unfriendly. Mr. Zhu, before we signed the investment agreement, I already said that the investor must not interfere with the filming. As for the male lead, I have already decided on the candidate and there is no way I can change it. After getting Su Ruxian's investment. At this time, Yang Miaomiao was neither humble nor arrogant, and did not give the other party any face at all. Sister Yang, your attitude will make Boss Zhu angry. Xu Tong, who was wearing heavy makeup, held Zhu Zixiong's arm. She speaks in a coquettish manner. Har har, Miss Yang, if you make Mr. Zhu angry, he will withdraw his investment, and then your new play will really be shelved. The wretched fellow Mo Dongshu also started to fan the flames. Sister Yang, you'd better think about it again. Should I play the leading male role or this little internet celebrity? I advise you to think carefully before answering. Cai Kunken was very confident at this time. In his heart. During the day, Yang Miaomiao made a stupid decision on impulse. To offend investors for a small internet celebrity. Let yourself become heavily in debt. Any normal person would know what to choose. Har har, I've thought it through clearly. That is. Yang Miaomiao paused, then said firmly. Su Yang will play the leading male role in the drama, The Master of Shushan versus the Alien Species on Mars. Also, the second male and female roles must be replaced. As soon as these words came out, everyone thought Yang Miaomiao was crazy. For a little internet celebrity who just became popular. Even at the cost of offending capital. Among these people, the most surprising ones were the second male lead Cai Kunken and the second female lead Xu Tong. Why did you replace me? Xu Tong spoke first. For this role, she spent several nights with the pervert Zhu Zixiong. If it was replaced like this, Xu Tong would really be pissed off. Neither your acting skills nor your professional ethics meet my requirements. As the chief producer, do I need your consent to change the role? If you have money in your pocket, you will not be worried. Yang Miaomiao is now full of confidence. Mr. Zhu tilder. Xu Tong was acting coquettishly, while moving her chest towards Zhu Zixiong. Ms. Yang, I advise you to think again. You can't afford the consequences of my anger. Zhu Zixiong was furious. He's just a star, yet he dared to embarrass himself in public. Don't think about it. Mr. Zhu, if you are willing to continue investing, we can still be partners. If not, let's part ways amicably. You, think it over carefully. It's very dangerous to offend me in this place called Demon City. Zhu Zixiong also has connections in both the black and white worlds. He simply threatened directly. And the meaning of his words couldn't be more obvious. That is, if Yang Miaomiao dares to offend herself, her personal safety will be in danger. Stop pretending here, old bitch. I advise you to go home and play landlord with the high-class chicken next to you. Su Yang knew that it was time for him to take action. Maybe being a hero and saving a beauty can increase your favorability. Su Yang, there is no place for you to speak here, you'd better shut up. Cai Kunken shouted angrily. If he fails to get the leading male role, he might end up losing the second male role. This made Cai Kunken blame all his resentment on Su Yang. You bastard, say that again. Su Yang's eyes turned cold. The sudden murderous aura made Cai Kunken, Mo Dongshu, and Zhu Zixiong tremble all over. Su Yang, don't be so arrogant. Mr. Mo's men will be here soon. It will be useless even if you kneel down and beg for mercy. Although Cai Kunken's words were very tough. But the weak voice seemed to lack confidence. Just at this moment, a bald man walked in from the door. The battle-hardened Su Yang could spot it at a glance. This person has thick joints and a restrained murderous aura. Even though he was wearing clothes, his muscles were not very obvious. But Su Yang knew that this person was no ordinary person. Completely different from ordinary fighters. He is a master who has experienced life and death. Let me introduce you. This is the ace of my father's club, White Owl. Sure a field 7 wins and 0 losses. Su Yang, if you give me this girl, I can spare your life tonight. Mo Dongshu is a lustful man. After the appearance of White Owl, he became more confident. It's only 7 wins, what's there to be proud of? Su Rushian pouted, looking very disdainful. But what Su Rushian didn't know was Shura Field, the supreme arena in the underground world of Demon City. Different from the bustling international metropolis during the day, the underground magic city at night. It is a paradise for rich people and the source of their spiritual happiness. So called. In ancient times, there was a palace of Yarma. There is a Shura Field today. In the underground world of Magic City, there is a saying circulating. If you want to get rich quickly, go to Shura. In the boxing matches at Shura Field, the gambling every night involves at least 1 billion. Countless people became rich overnight. But there are even more people who lost everything overnight. Every fight here. Punches were hitting flesh, blood was flying, and everyone was fighting for their lives. It was common for boxers to be beaten to death. In other words, Bai Xiao is a man who has experienced 7 life and death battles. And those who survived. It seems that this guy is the expert that Mo Dongshu found. The corners of Su Yang's mouth slightly raised. Anyone who can win 7 games in Shura Field is, without exception, a ruthless person. It has been 2 years since I met a master of this level. Master, the master asked me to take you back. He also specifically told you not to make enemies with Su Yang, a psychopath. Bai Xiao bent down and spoke respectfully to Mo Dongshu. Chapter 21. Su Yang actually knows the godfather of Magic City. Mo Dongshu was stunned. His father, Mo Lao-san, is the godfather of the Magic City. Black and white. It has numerous industries under its umbrella. In this place called Magic City, anyone who sees him will call him Master Mo. How to understand the meaning of Bai Xiao's words? It seems that Mo Lao-san knows Su Yang. A small internet celebrity, a college student in his early 20s. How is it possible to know a contemporary hero like Mo Lao-san? Even if you say this to others, Mo Dongshu won't believe it even if you kill him. Bai Xiao, are you stupid? How does my father know this guy Su Yang? It's not just Mo Dongshu. Everyone present was except Su Rushian. Even Yang Mi opened her mouth in surprise. Even if Su Yang is Su Jungwo's son, it is impossible to have any intersection with a person like Mo Lao-san. Mr. Mo said that you'd better not provoke a psychopath and lunatic like Su Yang. If you really can't, just admit your mistake and apologize. Bai Xiao repeated Mo Lao-san's original words word for word. Wait. I don't like what you said. How dare Baldy Mo slander me? Su Yang was unhappy. Just 3 years ago, we had a few boxing matches. As for why Mo Lao-san still holds a grudge against him until now. Mo. Baldy? Su Yang, please be more respectful with your mouth. Although there was indeed not a single hair on Mo Lao-san's head. But from childhood to adulthood, Mo Dongshu had never heard anyone dare to describe his father like this. Master, the master has given instructions. Bai Xiao hadn't finished speaking yet. He was interrupted by Mo Dongshu. Bai Xiao, shut up. I think my dad has lost his mind. She's just a little internet celebrity, is it necessary to be like this? I have to have sex with this guy's chick in front of him tonight. Mo Dongshu shouted angrily. In his eyes, his father, Mo Lao-san, was probably mentally ill. Insulting Su Rushian in front of Su Yang. Su Yang didn't hesitate at all. Just extend 2 fingers. Before anyone could react. Directly poked Mo Dongshu's eyes. If you dare to make dirty jokes about my sister, even if you are Baldy Mo's son, it will be useless. Su Yang's 2 fingers were like a gust of wind. When he was only 10 centimeters away from Mo Dongshu's eyes, Bai Xiao suddenly took action. A side kick directly blocked Mo Dongshu and Su Yang. Mr. Su, Mr. Mo only has this one son. I hope you can show mercy. No matter what the conditions are, Master Mo will agree to them. Retract your kicked foot. Bai Xiao turned around and said respectfully. What if I don't want to? Su Yang's tone was so cold that it seemed to come from an extremely cold place. Mo Dongshu was frightened by this attack. He just sat down on the ground, as if he had lost his soul. He never expected it. Su Yang actually dared to poke out his own eyes. Mr. Su, my mission is to protect the young master. If you insist on taking action, I can't just sit back and watch. Bai Xiao took off his shirt. At the same time, he sent a message to Mo Lao-san. And Mo Lao-san, who was accompanying his leader nearby, saw the message sent by Bai Xiao. He immediately put down the wine glass in his hand, running towards Violet, afraid of being a second late. His only child was destroyed by this madman Su Yang. 30 seconds. If you can hold out for 30 seconds without falling under my hands, I will spare this piece of trash tonight. Su Yang stretched out a finger. Like a king, he looked down at Bai Xiao and said, I hope Mr. Su will keep his word. I hope you can show mercy. Mo Lao-san's ace boxer, Bai Xiao. He was so respectful to a college student in his early 20s. Even asked the other party to show mercy. Such a contrast. Zhu Zixiong, Cai Kunkan and Xu Tong, who were standing by, didn't dare to interrupt. Mr. Su, please teach me. After Bai Xiao finished speaking, he kicked up directly. Kicked towards Su Yang's heart. Facing this thunderous attack, Su Yang was not at all panicked. He dodged it easily by just turning sideways. The white owl, who missed the attack, twisted his body instantly. Spin one circle in the air. He kicked Su Yang again. Su Yang was seen bending down 90 degrees. Bai Xiao's kick hit Su Yang's chest directly on a small tree nearby. The small tree that could be embraced by 4 palms broke with a sound as fragile as a chopstick. Transition from offense to defense. Su Yang took the initiative to attack. Different from the white owl, Su Yang's moves were not very aggressive. But the power is immense. Just 6 punches. It hits the opponent's nose, shoulders and other places. This moment, Bai Xiao felt as if more than half of his bones were broken. Even red blood was flowing from the corners of his mouth. Bajikan, Overlord's hard twist and entanglement. The last second, Su Yang directly used his ultimate move. It hit the opponent's chest directly. And Bai Xiao forcibly took this move. All the ribs broke instantly. With only 1 breath left, he forced himself to stand still and not fall down. 30 seconds have passed. It seems that my skills have regressed a lot. Su Yang looked at his fists. He frowned and muttered to himself. Just after Su Yang finished saying this, Bai Xiao finally couldn't bear it anymore and spat out a mouthful of blood 2 meters away. Then he fell straight to the ground. A strong man with 7 wins and 0 losses in Shura Field. That's all. At 31 seconds, failure was declared. Brother, you've regressed. If Grandpa knew, you'd be dead. Su Ruxian seemed to have guessed the result from the beginning. There was no change in his expression. Regression. Is this also called regression? How strong must Su Yang be if he didn't retreat? Everyone who heard this. A cold sweat broke out in my heart. Xianxian, please don't tell Grandpa, otherwise I will be in trouble. There are people in this world who scare Su Yang. I'm afraid his grandfather is the only one left. I think of the time when I was trained as a child. Su Yang shivered all over. You, Jew or something, come here. Su Yang waved towards Zhu Zixiong. Said in a commanding tone. Zhu Zixiong, who was named, was so frightened that he dared not even breathe. A man who is good at fighting and also makes Mo Lao-san afraid of him. I definitely can't afford to offend him. Mr. Su, what do you want me to do? Zhu Zixiong rubbed his hands and asked cautiously. You just said you want to withdraw your investment from my sister Yang's new play. Su Yang glared at the old man. He asked in a calm tone. No, it's my honor to invest in Miss Yang's play. How could I withdraw my investment? We can all make money together. How great is that? Zhu Zixiong understood it in his heart. If I withdraw my investment at this time, the ending will never be better than Bai Xiao's. Make money together? So you want a share of the profits? Su Yang twisted his neck and turned his wrist. Su Yang swore that he absolutely did not threaten the other party. It's just that my neck and wrists are a little sore. How can I possibly think about dividends if there are no dividends? This money is purely for the development of the motherland's film industry. Fortunately, Zhu Zixiong reacted quickly. He gave an answer that satisfied Su Yang. This second male lead and second female lead, it seems someone is not happy about being replaced just now. Cai Kunkan was already scared silly. He didn't react at all to Su Yang's words. It's this guy Xu Tong. I still feel unconvinced. After all, I slept with an old man for so many days. She didn't want to give up without getting any benefit. Boss Zhu, he's just a little brat. So what if he can fight? Are you so afraid of him? Shut up, do you think you can offend Master Su? Zhu Zixiong didn't hesitate for a second. He slapped Shutong directly in the face. Wu tilder, you can't do this to me. You've been playing with me for so long, and it was you who promised me the role of the second female lead. Shutong sat on the ground and cried. But Zhu Zixiong doesn't care about that. He grabbed Shutong's hair and left without looking back. And just at this moment, at the entrance of the reception, a bald middle-aged man wearing a floral shirt and white trousers. He ran towards this side with sweat all over his face. Behind him stood 2 rows of bodyguards in black. Su Yang, please don't hurt my son. He is my only precious child. The person who came was none other than himself. It was the godfather of Magic City, Mo Lao-san. Chapter 22. Kneel down and admit your mistake to your aunt, and the matter will be over. On weekdays, he shows no emotion. Mo Lao-san, who makes it impossible for anyone to understand his inner thoughts. But at this moment he looked like a rogue. Yelling at Su Yang angrily. Su Yang, look at yourself. How scared have you made my son? You are an uncle, and you have the nerve to bully a junior. Su Yang, who is of the same generation as Mo Lao-san. Although he is younger than Mo Dongshu. But it's calculated based on seniority. But he is Mo Dongshu's uncle. Your son molested his aunt, and I didn't poke his eyes out. I'm already giving you face. Su Yang pointed at Su Ruxian, who was standing beside him, and said. And Su Ruxian didn't expect it either. How come I, a young girl, suddenly became an aunt? There is also the desire to tease his older nephew. You kid actually dared to tease your aunt. Even if Su Yang doesn't teach you a lesson, I will slap you a few times. Mo Lao-san grabbed Mo Dongshu and hit him left and right in the face. It's just that Mo Lao-san looks fierce. But his men didn't use much strength. Mo Baldy, stop pretending. Just let your nephew kneel down and apologize to his aunt, and I won't bother about what happened tonight. Su Yang lit a cigarette. Said lightly. Mo Dongshu was stunned when he heard this. He didn't understand where Su Yang, a little internet celebrity, came from. He actually deserves such treatment from his father. Su Yang, don't go too far, you are just a little girl, and you really want her to be Dongshu's aunt. Mo Lao-san put his arms around Su Yang's neck and spoke in a low voice. This is my own sister. I have loved her very much since she was a child. If it weren't for you, your son would have seen God long ago. Su Yang didn't back down at all. For my sake? When the hell have you ever given me any respect? The two of them seemed to be whispering to each other. All the people around who had some status were stunned. The godfather of Demon City. Black and white. Mo Lao-san is famous for his cruel and tyrannical methods. She was actually arm in arm with a 20-year-old boy. If this gets out, I guess the whole city of Demon will go crazy. That's enough. Don't go too far. Bai Xiao, the ace of my boxing gym, was almost beaten to death by you. Let's call it a draw. No, if my nephew doesn't apologize, I will personally make him kneel on the ground. Damn it, I have more than a dozen people here, all of us are armed, believe it or not, one of us can shoot you into a sieve with one shot. Mo Lao-san threatened, gritting his teeth. Just give it a try. Let's see who dies first, you and your son, or I get shot first. Su Yang stretched out a finger and pointed at Mo Lao-san's chin. Damn it. He is worthy of being the #1 madman in Shura Field. Mo Lao-san was really afraid that Su Yang would get excited on a whim. Just kill their father and son directly. Isn't it just kneeling down and apologizing? It's no big deal. It won't lose any meat. It's my son's fault for offending this psychopath. Mo Lao-san comforted himself in his heart. Dongshu, you were at fault first. Kneel down and admit your fault to your aunt, and this matter will be over. Mo Lao-san cleared his throat and spoke to Mo Dongshu. Dad, are you crazy? You want me to kneel down to a little girl? Mo Dongshu shouted. Kneeling down to apologize to a little girl is even more painful than killing him. Nephew, your father and I are both reasonable people. Molesting your elders and kneeling down to apologize is considered a light punishment. In ancient times, you would be thrown into a pig cage. Su Yang smiled proudly. Kneel down when I tell you to. Why are you talking so much nonsense? Mo Lao-san shouted. I saw that my dad seemed really angry. Mo Dongshu quickly knelt down and spoke to Su Ruxian. I'm sorry, I was wrong just now. Nephew, do I need to use honorifics when apologizing? Su Ruxian is a person who never minds watching the fun. Open your little mouth. He said to Mo Dongshu, who was at least 7 or 8 years older than him. As expected of a lunatic like you, you are so arrogant. If it were an ordinary little girl, she would have been so scared that she wouldn't know what to say. But Su Ruxian's performance made Mo Lao-san look at her differently. Aunt Su, I'm sorry. I was blind today and made a mistake. Please forgive my recklessness. Mo Dongshu gritted his teeth and spoke word by word. At this moment, he directed all his resentment towards Su Yang and Cai Kunkan. If Cai Kunkan hadn't asked me to come to Violet tonight, this kind of thing will never happen. He couldn't deal with Su Yang for the time being. But Cai Kunkan is really miserable. Good nephew, your Aunt Su, forgive you. Su Ruxian said proudly. See that the matter has been resolved. Only then did Mo Lao-san breathe a sigh of relief. Su Yang, I haven't seen you for a long time. Would you like to go to the Shura field with me tonight? Mo Lao-san's eyes rolled and he suddenly invited Su Yang enthusiastically. It must be a trick. How can a bald guy like you be so enthusiastic? Su Yang knew something about this guy Mo Lao-san. The sudden enthusiasm is definitely a fraud. Look at you, you are judging others by your own standards. I invited you out of pure kindness. Besides, you haven't been back to Shura Field for 2 years. It's time for you to go back. Gentlemen. Bar. If you are gentlemen, then I am a saint. Su Yang spat out with disdain. Although he didn't know what Mo Lao-san was trying to do, his intuition told him that there must be something fishy going on. Cut. It seemed that there was no way to persuade Su Yang. Mo Lao-san could only give up. Sudden. Mo Lao-san saw Yang Mi standing aside. Ms. Yang, long time no see. Regarding the endorsement, let's see when we can shoot the commercial. Mo Lao-san's Mo Group. Recently, a Palace Kidney Nourishing Emperor pill was developed. Although the main ingredient is licorice. But the main point is that it is a 10-fold tonic, nourishing the kidney, replenishing qi, replenishing blood, and replenishing essence. Something that costs only a few cents can be sold at a sky-high price of $19.99. And the selected spokesperson. She is Jiang Mi, a household name and the most famous person in the country. Boss Missouri, I really can't go as your company's spokesperson. Jiang Mi panicked. If I really endorse this kind of health product which could fail at any time, the accumulated reputation will definitely plummet. If things go wrong, you may end up in a lawsuit. Ms. Yang, we have signed the contract. If you don't endorse it, the penalty will be as high as 500 million. Mo Lao-san smiled viciously. As for the endorsement of Yang Mi, he is determined to get it. Boss Missouri, if you hadn't threatened my agent, he wouldn't have tricked me into signing the contract. Regarding the contract between Yang Mi and Mo Group, Mo Lao-san did use a little, small, trick. First, they kidnapped Yang Mi's agent and his family. Then explain the reason to them in a kind and friendly way. When family members are threatened, the agent had to secretly agree to sign Mo Lao-san without telling Yang Mi. Ms. Yang, I say the same thing again. If you don't endorse me, we'll see you in court. Mo Lao-san said bluntly. Bite. It is detected that Yang Mi really needs to terminate this contract. If she can do so, her admiration value will increase significantly. Note, there is a certain risk. Chapter 23, The Underground World of the Demonic City, Shura Field. Is there a certain risk? This is the first time the system has given this prompt. Yang Mi's biggest problem now is that the contract is in the hands of Mo Lao-san's company. Even if Mo Lao-san is solved, the contract between the Mo Group and Yang Mi is still valid. If we want to solve the problem completely, we must let Mo Lao-san give up the contract voluntarily. Mo Baldy, come here, I want to discuss something with you. Su Yang called Mo Lao-san to his side. You actually have something to discuss with me. Mo Lao-san was puzzled. I am now an artist under Sister Yang's company and I am preparing to make a movie. You know, I have a dream of becoming a star, and this opportunity is rare. Don't cause me any trouble. Su Yang is not going to reveal his true intentions yet. He also speaks more tactfully. Don't pretend. Are you attracted to this girl? Do you want to be a hero and save her? How smart Mo Lao-san is. I guessed it almost right at once. Fuck, I'm not going to play along with you anymore. I'm going to get Sister Yang's contract back today. You'd better be smart. Since Baldy Mo has seen through it. Su Yang simply stopped pretending and started threatening directly. It's not impossible to cancel the contract, but you have to go to the Shura field with me first. Really? Just now, when Mo Lao-san invited Su Yang to go to Shura field, he definitely didn't do anything nice. Baldy, are you threatening me? Su Yang grabbed the fat on Mo Lao-san's waist and said viciously. Fuck, you want to pick up girls but don't want to put in the effort, you're just dreaming. Even if you strangle me to death now, the contract will still be effective. Mo Lao-san's face turned pale with pain, but his attitude remained firm. If Su Yang doesn't agree, Mo Lao-san will never give in even if he is beaten to death. You are so awesome, fatty. Just go. I haven't been back for 2 years. Just think of it as going home to visit my family. Although Su Yang often made fun of Mo Lao-san in the past. But he still understood the fat man's temper. After all, the title of Demon City's underground godfather is not given for nothing. In desperation, Su Yang had no choice but to agree. Ms. Yang, Su Yang and I are going to the Shura field. If it's convenient for you, you can come with us. And my sister, come with us too. Mo Lao-san broke free from Su Yang's clutches. He quickly invited Jiang Miaomiao and Su Rushian. Baldy, what do you want these two women to do in a place like that? TSK, I'm giving you a chance to pick up girls. Although Mo Lao-san said this. But in my heart I was worried about Su Yang. What if he found out the truth and ran away? Su Yang, is that Shura field dangerous? Brother, is Shura field a fun place? 2 women. One was a little worried. One is full of expectations. It's just an underground casino, never mind, let's all go together. Su Yang sighed. Yang Miaomiao was not worried, because there was no danger in the Shura field anyway. It's just that Su Rushian has a big mouth. What if I say something nonsense to Grandpa? I will definitely not avoid a beating. Leave Violet. The 4 of them got into Mo Lao-san's stretched Lincoln and headed to the suburbs of the Magic City together. The car drove for about an hour. Then we passed through layers of security. Finally, we arrived at the legendary Shura field. Viewed from the outside. This is a huge farm. After walking into a dilapidated house, there were more than a dozen well-trained security guards inside. They even all carried guns on their waists. Because they were led by Mo Lao-san. The security guard didn't check carefully. Instead, he let them directly enter the elevator reserved for VIPs. Brother, is this a movie? After entering the elevator going down, Su Rushian asked curiously. Xian, no matter what you see later, you have to promise me that you will never tell Grandpa. Su Yang said seriously. Don't worry, you know I'm the most tight-lipped person. Su Rushian made a reassuring gesture. Then he said shamelessly. TSK, if you keep your mouth shut, there will be no one with a big mouth in this world. Su Yang muttered softly. About half a minute later, the elevator finally stopped. And the few of them have officially arrived at the legendary Shura field. Get off the elevator. Although the Shura field is underground. But the decoration is extremely luxurious. And the space is surprisingly large, as big as 2 football fields. It's hard to believe. There is such a place underground in the Magic City. The Shura field was packed with people. Gambling tables abound. Rich people seeking excitement, gamblers who dream of getting rich overnight. There are also many beautiful women and handsome men here. Everyone who came here tore off the disguise they had on the ground. Dignity, manners, and civilization were all thrown out of the window. All that remains is madness, greed, carnival, and the truest side of human nature. In the center of the Shura field is a huge octagonal cage. Different from traditional fighting venues. The floor in the octagonal cage is not EVA rubber, but the most pristine land. Even the railings and iron nets around are covered with rust. The main focus is on a primitive feeling. Su Yang, how do you feel after coming back after 2 years? Mo Lao-san smiled and asked. Not so good. If it weren't for you, a fat guy, I wouldn't want to come back in my life. Su Yang rolled his eyes. That's right, this is your sad place. Mo Lao-san said as he spoke. My fingers were typing quickly, and I didn't know who I was messaging. Brother, what are you sad about? Tell me about it. Su Rushian's curiosity jumped out again. Jiang Miaomiao, who was standing nearby, also came over. Don't ask around, kid. Don't ask about things you shouldn't know. Su Yang flicked his finger on Su Rushian's forehead. Sudden. All the lights in the Shura field were turned off. It suddenly became pitch black here. Everyone fell into panic and became anxious. Chapter 24 King Qin vs. Red Jesus. Brother, what happened? Su Rushian took a deep breath and assumed a defensive posture to meet the enemy. Same as Su Yang. Su Rushian has been trained by her grandfather since she was a child. Don't underestimate her because she is small. But the power of the fist is not small at all. Mo Baldy, what on earth are you doing? After the lights go out. Su Yang noticed that Mo Lao-san's breathing had not changed. He concluded that all this was done by Mo Lao-san. You haven't been back for 2 years, so I'm going to give you a welcome ceremony. Mo Lao-san had just finished speaking. I saw a spotlight above my head, shining directly on Su Yang. And on the huge screen in the center of Shura Field. Su Yang's footage was also being played. Everyone. 2 years. It's been 2 full years. The god of our Shura Field has finally returned. The host has a loud and emotional voice. Suddenly, sounds came from all directions. Everyone stand up. Let us welcome our god with the highest etiquette. Shura Field, 100 wins, 0 losses. Emperor Su Yang Following the host's passionate introduction. Countless lights were all directed at Su Yang. Moment. There was thunderous applause and thousands of people cheered in unison. A deafening cry. They were all shouting the 4 words, Emperor, Su Yang. You Baldy, wait for me. Su Yang didn't feel excited at all at this moment. Instead, he wanted to give Mo Lao-san a good beating. A few minutes later. The lights in the Shura Field returned to normal. Mo Lao-san led everyone to the VIP room on the 2nd floor. Brother, you actually do black boxing and gambling? I'm going to tell Grandpa. Su Rushian pouted and said dissatisfiedly. But their grandfather had expressly forbidden them from making money by fighting in underground boxing venues. Xian, am I that kind of person, your brother? I didn't take a penny, otherwise how could I have kept asking you for money over the years? Su Yang quickly comforted his younger sister. But this is indeed not a lie. Although I stayed in Shura Field for a year. But Su Yang really didn't take a penny. Moreover, money had no appeal to Su Yang at that time. Otherwise, he would not have chosen to sever ties with his father Su Jiangmiaomiao. Choose to be an ordinary person. Okay, I'll just trust you for now. However, if there are fun things like this in the future, you must call me. In fact, Su Rushian had no intention of telling her grandfather. She was just mad, it was such a fun thing. Su Yang didn't even tell me. Hear what my little sister said. Su Yang finally breathed a sigh of relief. You Baldy, come here. I promise I won't kill you tonight. If it weren't for this guy Mo Lao-san who tricked me. How could I be caught by my younger sister? You have to know that Grandpa Su Yang's whip is no joke. Brother Su, don't be angry yet. The game is about to start. Let's watch it first. Mo Lao-san is at least 30 years older than Su Yang. I was really scared at this moment. Even the way he addressed Su Yang became honorific. What's so interesting about the game? It's not like I haven't played it myself. Su Yang said disdainfully. Listen to me first. The person competing tonight is King Qin. You know him well. But the odds tonight are 15 to 1. Mo Lao-san said quickly. In the gambling game. The bigger the odds, the less favored this person is. This is a situation where the odds are 15 to 1. It basically means that no one thinks the King of Qin can win. The King of Qin actually gave a 15 to 1 odds. Hearing this, Su Yang was stunned. In the Shura Field. The Emperor is the top. Under the Emperor, there are 7 kings. Under the 7 kings, there are hundreds of generals. The 7 kings were Qin, Chu, Zhao, Wei, Yang, Shi, and Han. Except for Su Yang, the only emperor. These 7 people are the most powerful. What Su Yang didn't expect was, among the 7 kings, the odds for the king of Qin were 1 to 15. Who is his opponent? Su Yang's expression gradually became serious. She is from Eagle Source country, her name is Kate. His nicknamed Red Jesus. Mo Lao-san explained everything in detail. Red Jesus. This name piqued Su Yang's interest. I saw him walk to the window of the private room. Look towards the arena below. In a huge octagonal cage. Standing there was the king of Qin dressed in black. The king of Qin had fought with Su Yang before. Although he is no match for Su Yang. But the strength is very strong. The record in Shura Field is also an impressive 46 wins and 3 losses. And on the other side of King Qin, he is a white player who is about 1.9 meters tall. He looks to be in his 30s. The man was wearing only a pair of red sweatpants. The upper body reveals strong muscles. But there are countless scars on these muscles. There were knife wounds, gunshot wounds, and some traces left by wild animals. There is also a huge cross tattooed on the back. He felt a strong sense of oppression all over his body. Dear audience, there is only 1 minute left before the betting ends. The Qin Kings odds of 15 to 1. Red Jesus odds, 1 to 1. There are only 2 ways to end this match. Either one side falls unconscious or one side dies. Surrender is not allowed. No rules. 3, 2, 1, the game officially begins. As their host's voice fell, the match between King Qin and Red Jesus now officially begins. Chapter 25, the guy who challenged the entire Dragon Kingdom. At the beginning, the king of Qin then used his ultimate move. Fists rained down on Kate. The strange thing is that Kate didn't even try to hide. Let the other party hit his chest. The fist collided with the flesh, making a dong, dong, dong sound. Even Su Yang, who was standing on the 2nd floor, could hear it clearly. After dozens of seconds, Kate, who was not injured at all, took action. Use your hand as a knife. Stab directly into the chest of King Qin. The speed of this attack was extremely fast. Although the king of Qin managed to escape, but there was still a deep scar on the chest that could see the bone. What a fast speed! Su Yang sighed. The fight between the two continues. King Qin, who dominated the Shura field with his speed, had made Su Yang suffer a small loss back then. But at this time, even Kate couldn't get close to him. Just a few rounds. The king of Qin was already covered in wounds. His whole body was stained with blood. The nickname Red Jesus has 2 meanings. First, it refers to Kate's extremely powerful strength, like God. And secondly, every one of his opponents would be stained with blood, which is the origin of the nickname Bloody Jesus. Mo Lao-san came to Su Yang's side without knowing when, and explained it to him one by one. In the octagonal cage below, the king of Qin found it increasingly difficult to fight. Kate, on the other hand, remained nonchalant, as if she was doing morning exercises. Roar tilde 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 tilde. 10,000 strengths. The king of Qin roared. The muscles in my legs instantly swelled to twice their size. Push your foot toward the ground with all your strength. Like a cannonball, it flew towards Kate. Even the ground beneath your feet. All of them raised layers of dust. Su Yang knew that this was the king of Qin's ultimate weapon. Instantly concentrate blood in the legs, and then allow their muscles to explode with several times the strength. If an ordinary person takes this attack head on, the result would be the same as being hit by a car traveling at 100 miles per hour. Iron. Facing a fatal blow from the king of Qin, Kate didn't dodge. Instead, he planned to confront it head on. Bang tilde 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 tilde. The huge sound was like 2 iron balls hitting each other. The field was covered with dust, blocking everyone's view. There's no way to see what the outcome will be. The king of Qin was defeated. Su Yang frowned. Others may not see it clearly, but Su Yang saw it clearly. The last blow just now. The moment King Qin touched Kate's body, all the bones in the body were broken. The internal organs also suffered the backlash of the power. Now there is only 1 breath left. The dust cleared. It was exactly as Su Yang said. The king of Qin was lying on the ground motionless. The blood flowing from his body was like a puddle, dyeing the ground in the octagonal cage red. The result of this game speaks for itself. I declare. Just when the referee was about to announce the result, Kate interrupted the referee and spoke in broken English. It's not enough, it's not red enough, the blood of the dragon people has not been shed enough. Just when the audience was confused, Kate grabbed the unconscious King Qin. A hand lifted him into the air. The blood of the dragon people is very beautiful, very fragrant, and very red, just as beautiful as their women. Kate's 5 fingers formed into claws. He grabbed King Qin's body with all his strength. With one claw, King Qin spurted out a large amount of blood. Even some of his ribs were torn off. Tilder. This bloody scene. The audience covered their eyes. Screamed. Even in a place like Shura Field. Such cruel means are rarely seen. Just a moment. The flesh on the King of Qin's right arm, left leg, waist and abdomen were all torn off. Although not dead. But from now on, you will just be a useless person. Har har, the people of Dragon Country are all trash. They can only be used as livestock and wait for me to slaughter them. The women of Dragon Country can serve me, but the men are all trash. Satisfied, Kate threw King Qin aside like a puppy. And he shouted towards the sky in a provocative manner. And Su Yang in the private room had a terrifyingly cold look in his eyes. His fists were clenched. There was murderous intent all over his body. Su Yang, according to the rules of the Shura Field, if we want to fight you, we can only do so as a contestant. Mo Lao-san patted Su Yang's shoulder and said meaningfully. Is this why you called me here? Su Yang asked without even turning his head. 5 of the 7 kings have died at Kate's hands. If this continues, Shura Field will go bankrupt because it can't pay the gambling debts. Even if it's not for Shura Field, can you tolerate this guy who insults the country? This time, Mo Lao-san called Su Yang over. There is indeed some selfish motive. As the major shareholder of Shura Field, in just a few months, he has lost nearly 80 billion. If no one stops Kate, Mo Lao-san will soon lose everything he has left, not even his underwear. Just when Mo Lao-san was about to continue speaking, Kate in the octagon. He actually made an international friendship gesture towards Su Yang and his group's private room. The kings of Dragon Country were all defeated by me. Next, it's your emperor's turn. After defeating the emperor, Dragon Kingdom will be mine, and you will all be my subjects. Extremely insulting and arrogant words. The Dragon Country audience in the audience instantly became excited. They all shouted at Su Yang. I hope the emperor of Shura Field can stand up. Teach this ignorant yellow-haired guy a lesson. Chapter 26, The God of Shura Field, Su Yang takes action. Su Yang, just think of it as your brother begging you. If you don't help me, I will really go bankrupt. Even if it's not for me, can you tolerate this kind of guy? Mo Lao-san begged Su Yang. He really had no other choice. Either run away and never return to Dragon Kingdom in this life, or find someone to defeat the Red Jesus head on in the Shura Field. Su Yang remained unmoved, just quietly looking at the arrogant guy in the audience. Su Yang, brother Su, boss Su, I know you swore that you would never come back to play in the Shura Field again. But I really have no choice, brother. If you are willing to participate, I will give you 15% of the shares of Shura Field. I thought Su Yang was still struggling with what happened in the past. Mo Lao-san said quickly. You know, even a person like Mo Lao-san, it only owns 30% of the shares of Shura Field. Brother, this guy is very powerful and a little weird. Are you sure? After all, he is my own brother. No matter how much she disliked Kate's behavior, Su Ruxian would not easily persuade her brother to go on stage. It's not that I'm not sure, but I swore that I would never step into this octagon again. Su Yang frowned. As a dragon countryman, he really wanted to jump in and teach this damn Red Jesus a lesson. But the scenes from the past kept reappearing in my mind like a movie. Brother, what's wrong with swearing? You even swore to Grandpa. Anyone who offends our dragon nation will be killed without asking whether they are right or wrong. You and I swore this to Grandpa back then. Su Ruxian reminded from the side. Boss Su, in addition to 15% of the shares of Shura Field, I will also give you 10% of the shares of Mo Group. Please help me. Mo Lao-san became anxious. 15% of Shura Field S shares, with annual dividends of at least 500 million. A 10% stake in the Mo Group can generate around 400 million yuan a year. By this calculation, as long as Su Yang wins, he can get at least 1 billion yuan a year. Su Yang was silent for a long time. Tilder. If you return Yang Mi's contract to her, I will agree to appear. Su Yang let out a long sigh. It seems that the original oath is now invalid. Thank you, Boss Su. I'll go arrange the match right away. Mo Lao-san felt relieved and quickly took out his phone. And the huge rock that was pressing on his heart was finally put down temporarily. A few minutes later. That bastard Jesus said that the game just now wasn't even a warm-up, so we can compete now. According to the rules of Shura Field. Originally, Kate could rest for a week before competing with Su Yang again. But this guy is too arrogant. He is actually going to challenge Su Yang tonight. Tell him to wash himself and wait for me, I will take off his head tonight. You baldy, just prepare your shares for me. The opponent, Red Jesus, can be said to be the strongest person Su Yang has ever seen, second only to his grandfather. To be honest, Su Yang was not 100% sure. Don't worry, Mo Lao-san, will never go back on my word. Mo Lao-san didn't say the second half of the sentence. If Su Yang loses tonight, he will pack his bags and flee abroad. Su Yang, you really don't have to do this for me. Yang Mi came to Su Yang and whispered. Although she didn't understand what the Shura Field competition meant. But she knew that Su Yang was doing something very dangerous. Even life-threatening. Don't worry, it's okay. Su Yang patted Yang Mi's head. Just like the flirting between young lovers. But having said that, if it weren't for the task given by the system, Su Yang would not necessarily go against his oath and compete with Kate in the Shura Field. Instead, they would choose to get rid of this annoying guy somewhere else where there is no one. Brother, come on. Grandpa has said that we should not show mercy to the invaders and should fight them with all our strength to show our national power. Su Ruxian was full of confidence in Su Yang. In her eyes, there is only Grandpa in this world. My brother is the best. I'm not going to hold back this time. After Su Yang finished speaking, he walked out of the private room, walking towards the octagonal cage that I had not seen for a long time. At this time, the Shura Field was bustling with people. Everyone was cheering for their emperor. Emperor. Invincible. The uniform roar made Su Yang feel as if he had returned to 2 years ago. Step into a familiar arena. Su Yang changed his usual smiling face. His expression gradually became serious. All the muscles in my body are throbbing. At this moment, Su Yang didn't even need to warm up, he had already reached his best condition. Har, the emperor of Shura Field turns out to be just a little brat who hasn't been weaned yet. Is there no one left in Dragon Country? They actually sent a little kid to their field. Red Jesus Kate didn't take Su Yang seriously at all. Ever since he killed 5 of the 7 kings. Kate no longer takes anyone from Dragon Country seriously. Excuse me, do you like ginger and garlic? Su Yang was not angry, but asked such a question out of nowhere. Ginger? Garlic? Are you out of your mind? What on earth do you want to say? Don't say. Kate was confused. Even the tens of thousands of spectators at the scene didn't know what Su Yang was trying to do. People in your country are as smelly as pigs. Eat more ginger and garlic to get rid of the smell. I'm afraid that the blood you'll spill will stink me. Su Yang's words were full of contempt. You're looking for death. Kate was furious. Chapter 27 Emperor vs. Red Jesus. Dear audience. In the second match tonight, the newly arrived Red Jesus Kate, who has slaughtered 5 kings in a row and won 40 games in a row, will fight against the god of our Shura Field, Emperor Su Yang, who has 100 wins and 0 losses. Su Yang's odds, 1:2. Red Jesus odds, 1:1. After 5 minutes, betting will stop. Hurry up, everyone. The host was holding a microphone and shouting loudly on the stage outside the octagonal cage. What's wrong with this crappy casino of yours, Baldy Mo? My brother's odds are actually higher than this guy's. Are you looking down on my brother? Hearing the host's words, Su Ruxian asked angrily. There's nothing I can do. Su Yang hasn't played in a game for 2 years. Although his prestige is still there, it was 2 years ago after all. Mo Lao-san explained while wiping the sweat off his face. He finally understood. In front of Su Yang and his sister, he could only be manipulated. I'll bet 200 million to cheer you up, bro. Baldy Mo, how much are you going to bet? Su Ruxian took out her bank card and handed it to Mo Lao-san beside her. I've staked my life and everything on it, and you're still asking me how much I'm betting. As one of the shareholders of Shura Field, Mo Lao-san bet a full 30 billion this time. Just waiting for a comeback. On the big screen above the octagonal cage, the chips betting on Su Yang have accumulated to more than 70 billion. The stakes for Kate are as high as more than 270 billion. Fuck, are those bastards from abroad planning to kill me? Mo Lao-san spat and said viciously. Obviously this game. The foreign financial groups behind Kate plan to directly swallow up Shura Field. Is it a foreign consortium? Su Ruxian asked. It's the guy in room 3. Mo Lao-san pointed to the private room on the other side. This guy is the big boss behind Kate. Although I don't know his background, I can be sure that he is very rich. My little money is not enough in front of him. The godfather of Magic City, Mo Lao-san, could describe him like this. It seems that the other party's background and strength must be extraordinary. As the final betting time comes to an end, the competition between Su Yang and Kate officially began. The two people in the ring looked at each other, and neither of them took the initiative to attack. When dealing with children, you should treat them the same way you treat children. Kate calmly picked up a few pieces of gravel from the ground. By you tilde 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 tilde. Kate used her thumb to shoot a stone towards Su Yang. Although it was ejected with the flesh. But the power of the stone was like a bullet, shooting towards Su Yang's forehead. Su Yang did not hide when he saw this. He just stretched out 1 or 2 fingers and caught the stone that was coming towards him. It's a bit of a trick, but it's still not good enough. By you tilde tilde by you tilde tilde by you. Kate strikes again. He opened his hands to the left and right, and countless stones flew towards Su Yang's face. This is more than just a provocation. It's a blatant insult. Su Yang on the other side was not panicked either. He crossed his arms and waved them rapidly in front of him. In an instant, all the stones were held in the palm of his hand. Return it to you. Unlike Kate, Su Yang threw all the stones at Kate in an instant. Faces a shotgun-like attack. Kate could only dodge hastily. It's just a kid's stuff, and you're actually hiding from it. Su Yang taunted. You little bastard, I'm going to tear you into pieces. Kate roared. Then he clenched his fists. In a flash of lightning, the fist flew in front of Su Yang. Su Yang took a step forward with his left foot. Using the energy from his body rushing forward, he clenched his right fist and chose to confront Kate head-on with inch power. The two fists collided. It was like a meteorite impact. Huge reaction force. In an instant, both of them retreated several steps. The creaking sound of the joints caused Su Yang's entire arm to tremble slightly. Kate wasn't having an easy time either. My whole arm is numb. He also didn't expect that a child's fist could be so hard and powerful. Just 1 second later, Su Yang took the lead in launching the attack. Su Yang is a person who advocates absolute power. His aim is to destroy the opponent head-on with the force of thunder and lightning. Just step into the ring. There is no possibility of mercy. Sun-shaped punch. Su Yang used Jeet Kune Do moves. With overwhelming force, it struck Kate's head. Kate isn't defensive either. He kicked towards Su Yang's fist. Is Su Yang crazy? He actually planned to fight his opponent head-on. Doesn't he know that the power of the legs is more than 10 times that of the arms? Mo Lao-san was sweating profusely in the private room. He couldn't understand why a master of Su Yang's level would do this. You need to know how masters fight with each other. Any small mistake can be fatal. That's what my brother is like. He doesn't just want to win, he wants to completely destroy his opponent's self-esteem. Su Ruxian said calmly on the side. Su Ruxian knew her brother very well. Even when I was a child, I practiced with my grandpa. As long as Su Yang gets into the state, he will become like now. It's just like playing chess. It's like you have to eat up all the opponent's chess pieces and then go for the general. Annihilate the opponent and make him fail completely. This is Su Yang's style. On the playing field, Su Yang's punch hit Kate's feet. Just when everyone thought that Su Yang's arm was about to break, Su Yang yelled, twisting their waist and abdomen, continuing to increase the strength. Kate, who was much bigger than Su Yang, was actually knocked into the air by Su Yang's punch. Su Yang didn't feel good after this head-on punch. The overload of muscles made his arms extremely sore. But even so, Su Yang had no intention of stopping. Instead, he continued to kick Kate in mid-air. This is a whip kick. Hit the opponent in the back. Carter suddenly spat out a mouthful of blood. If it weren't for his extraordinary physical strength, with just this one strike, Su Yang could win the game. Yellow monkey, I'm going to kill you, Kate yelled angrily. 10 fingers form claws. The palm, like a steel knife, slashed towards Su Yang. The speed of this move was so fast that an afterimage appeared. Even Su Yang found it difficult to resist for a while. If you don't pay attention. There were several long cuts on Su Yang's arms and chest. How can humans train their fingers to this extent? Is this how you defeated the king of Qin? Su Yang pulled off his shirt, staring at each other intently. My muscle density is 3 times that of an average person, and my bone density is 4 times that of an average person. With just my bare hands, I can break steel and tear coins. Kate laughed so hard. It was as if he had already won the game.